One day you're up, the next day you're down. You can't face the world, put your head to the ground. The gospel's always street around the other side they say. So don't worry, boys, life will be free someday. Oh, 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 oh. She made enough mistakes, but you know we got what it takes. Now we ain't got nothing yet. No, we ain't got nothing yet. Nothing can hold us and nothing can keep us down. And someday our names will be spread all over town. We get it in while the getting is good. So make it on your own, yeah, you know that's good. Oh, 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 oh. To make the rain. 'Cause we got too much to say. Now we ain't got nothing yet. No, we ain't got nothing yet. We made enough mistakes, but you know we got what it takes. No, we ain't got nothing yet. No, we ain't got nothing yet. Just want to celebrate the people, but the people let me down. So I turn the other way. So I'm telling you, I just want to celebrate, yeah, yeah. Another day of living, yeah. Just want to celebrate another day on a dollar bill. Just wanna celebrate, yeah, yeah. Another day of living, yeah. I just want to celebrate. Another day of living, yeah. I just want to celebrate. Another day of Let it turn you around. Sorrow, and I can't be bothered with hanging on. I wanna celebrate. I just wanna celebrate another day. I just want to celebrate another day. Get you down, and it's turn you around.
Ladies and gentlemen, in just a few moments we start our daily broadcast.
Who listens to radio? That go where you go, medium talk radio. That's with you every night through the long commuter fight. And in the morning with your toast and mama lady-o.
John. What is FM?
Good. Who listens to radio? No matter if it's summer, winter, spring, or fall. Who listens to radio? Only 150 million.
I want to be a DJ. You do?
Woo! 150 million people.
That's the radio.
I think I've heard of that. It's called the radio.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
SRN News. I'm Rich Thomason in Washington. Are the U.S. and Iran talking again? It depends on who you ask. President Trump says that peace talks are underway, but Iran denies that. Mr. Trump says he is giving Tehran one last chance to avoid utter destruction. Meanwhile, a cargo ship reports that it was hit by some sort of projectile overnight in the contested Strait of Hormuz. Describing the Spokane wildfire destruction as resembling a war zone, Gent Welsh with the Washington National Guard expecting a lot of heartbroken homeowners when they return home to see what's left of their houses. 37-year-old man's been arrested, accused of intentionally starting one of the 3 Spokane wildfires. Senate Judiciary Committee set to approve the Attorney General nomination of Todd Blanche. The vote expected later this morning. And on Wall Street, the Dow futures are up 15 points. More details at srnnews.com.
Imagine getting this kind of news. Karen Collins was in her 20s. She was newly married, and then her husband, Michael, was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer.
And he told me, and I just cried because I didn't really know what the plan was.
There was another fear, too, the medical bills. And thankfully, they were members of Medi-Share, and Medi-Share came through for them, and not just financially.
But they called and they said, hey, we know you're going through treatment. We just wanted to call and pray for you. And it rocked my world. And every time they called, it was like, how can we pray for you right now? How are you doing today?
Medi-Share was a blessing to us because they just made it so easy.
Yes, Medi-Share can save you a lot of money. But as Karen and Michael discovered, it's also about knowing you're not going through life's hardest moments alone. Call now. See why so many people have made the switch to Medi-Share. Here's the number. It's 844-45-BIBLE. That's 844-45-BIBLE. 844-45-BIBLE.
Well, I'm really surprised you. It's 10 after 6. Here we go. Come on. Let's do it. Get your head. Come on. Let's go. Come on.
Get your head out of bed. Larry Stevens and his crew from many years ago. I think it's kind of cool to have permission to play that.
The guy that preceded him on the air had to dust and clean and clean and dust and clean.
And who was that?
Little Richie here.
Uncle Chi-Chi.
We would have to crank the air conditioner down to about 62.
You see, you paid your dues, and now look at you. You can hire all the maids you want. Come in and clean and dust, and that's how it works. I did all that stuff. You know, whatever they needed, whatever they wanted. That's what you did to advance yourself in radio. Right, Jay?
Exactly. Oh, no. You're not, I mean, they laugh, but it's just the truth.
It is the truth.
And
you know what? It's the truth in almost any business.
You want to get your foot in the door, you do anything to do.
You do exactly that, yes. I did my share. I didn't do it particularly well.
It's called paying your dues.
Thank you. In a moment, we're going to talk about eating out naked. This is in a restaurant.
I saw that in South Florida.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a moment. But first, is today going to be any different? But yesterday was actually nice. Did the temperature get far into the 80s? Let's find out.
Weather, a service of H&H Carpets, where right now, get a load of this. Listen close. You got a house full of carpet for $19.95 installed. Unbelievable. They're located at 6450 Atlanta Highway just across from Walmart.
Yesterday's high at Montgomery Regional Airport was 86. Wow. That's amazing when you don't get to 90 degrees.
Yeah.
In August. So, today I've got us closer to 90. Good bit of sunshine. The heat index may get, up to about 97, but that's not 100. It's better than last week's numbers. Isolated, widely scattered afternoon and evening storms. By the way, I know I sound absolutely horrible. I have a terrible summer cold, coughing, and sore throat. Low tonight, 72. Wednesday's high 93. Thursday and Friday and Saturday, high near 94. Heat index getting into the and exceeding the 100 range. So we'll be back to triple-digit heat indices, lows at night in the low 70s. Mostly sunny days with spotty, random, mostly afternoon and evening storms. Little day-to-day change through Saturday. Somewhat better rain chances on Sunday and Monday. Right now, Maxwell has 73. At Danley Field, the temperature has reached its dew point. Both numbers are 70, and that's the definition of 100% relative humidity here at 610.
Welcome to August 4th.
Look at chocolate chip cookies.
It's National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day.
Made you a platter of chocolate chip cookies.
National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day.
Pardon me, may I have a chocolate chip cookie?
Chocolate chip cookies are sexy.
Smell like chocolate chip cookies.
Yes, I'd like a chocolate chip cookie.
Handing out warm chocolate chip cookies.
Smell like chocolate chip cookies.
Fresh chocolate chip cookies.
Happy National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day.
It is showtime, folks.
If people give me a heads up on these days, like you told me Friday that Tuesday is going to be National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day, I could have orchestrated a contest among listeners. Who bakes the best chocolate chip cookies here in the River region? We'd like to find out, so bring us.
Just have people bring us chocolate chip cookies.
Bake them, bring them, and...
that's the way. That's smart thinking on your part.
but I can't do it now. It's
I know.
too late.
They don't have enough time to make them.
By the way, the Delta Sky Club has really, 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 really good chocolate chip cookies.
I'll drop by there late. Oh, wait a minute. I don't belong to the Delta Sky Club. What's Delta? That's an airline, right?
Yeah, Delta's, it's ready when you are. My mom. Though,
I knew a woman named Delta. She was always ready when I was.
Did she make good chocolate chip? My mom, though, when they came out of the oven and they were soft and hot, oh my God, chocolate chips.
I deliberately never walk in the place because I know I'd walk out with a bag of calories. Is Crumble. I've tried their cookies and they're very good.
Well, now tomorrow is National Oyster Day.
Whoa!
Well, then let's get Lewis from the Capital Oyster Bar on the horn and see what he wants to bring us for the afternoon show. Because nobody wants oysters in the morning, do they?
Speak for yourself. I'll eat them in the morning.
Shucks.
Shucks, he said. See what he did? Because you shuck an oyster. Shuck you, Rich. I didn't mean.
If you saw any of my posts from Washington D.C. and also, well, geez, where else did I go?
Okay, so
Rich had an entree in D.C. It looked like somebody took a bulldozer into a big pile of fresh fish, dumped it on a plate.
It was called a seafood tower.
Arranged it very well looking, man.
No,
it wasn't
it
like
was-
they just dumped it. It was.
Well, I mean, but it was that.
It was a nice presentation.
When you name it as a seafood tower, I mean, wow.
Now Thursday is National Root Beer Float Day. Maybe we can do something.
All right, now here's what we can do.
Wiley.
If I can get Kenny from Bluebell to bring us a half a gallon of homemade vanilla, I have a 2-liter bottle of Barks root beer that I bought at Food Outlet.
Oh, Barks made on the Mississippi Gulf Coast.
And I got the paper cup, so I could, if we just get somebody to bring us the vanilla ice cream. Oh, do you know we had ice cream in the back?
I wonder if it's
There's
still
none
there.
back there.
None.
No.
Not in the back refrigerator?
Not in the back fridge, no.
I know who stole it.
There was one pint on
Well,
That's
Friday.
that's the new flavor from Bluebell. It's
that
really
midday
good.
crew is a threat.
I'm looking for some more food days, and it is slim pickings after what I've just. There's Julian fries. I don't know if you care about that.
Did Larry Stevens really make you dust?
Oh yeah, dust and more than that. I mean, I would have cleaner for the for the what do you call it? The console. We clean the console for him.
Filet mignon day is next Thursday.
Hey, Wiley.
I bet I gotta get some help from a food outlet on that one.
I was wondering, yeah.
But since we're talking food, let's talk about the latest trend in dining.
Oh my God!
Naked dining.
Truth. The Naked Truth from South Florida.
Yeah, this is in Hollywood, Florida. It's a steakhouse. And let me pass along some details.
They have meat there.
Yeah. It's a steakhouse, not a sausage factory.
On display.
Chef and owner Morad Ali came up with the concept as a way to attract new business and generate buzz. I mean, we're talking about it, so that worked.
Oh, yeah. You think every morning show in the world is going to be talking about new dining? But you know what that does, though? That helps that dilemma of what am I going to wear?
Well, you got to wear something
You're smart.
to get there.
You know,
right?
you're a lot smarter than you give yourself credit for being.
You got to dress to drive over there, right? So when do you disrobe?
I guess.
I don't know. Disrobe room?
It is a 5-star dining experience. Tickets are $250 for men, $150 for women, or $300 for couples. Once you walk through the door, it'll most likely be nude, no clothes on. And it's legal, according to the city of Hollywood,
right?
because staff members working are clothed.
Oh, okay.
I guess that's an important consideration.
Of course.
I'm looking at the comment section on the story. On my old station, my alma mater, WPLG, the one and only Channel 10.
Channel 10. Done no.
And somebody says, what an absolute joke. It's amazing to see how some people have lost it all.
But I bet...
there could be... I mean, you could, pull out your chair at the table and... could you remove that brown streak from the seat pad?
That's the other part, the whole sanitation aspect of everything. Like, do you have to lay stuff down when you go to sit? Is there just, I don't know, man.
You're taking a nice slice of your filet, and then all of a sudden you... It's a pearly thing on my...
I still ask the question, do you disrobe there? So when do you go
you
to the
can't
place?
drive there naked.
That's what I'm saying. So where do you take off your clothes?
I don't know.
So would I be out of line to post this? I'm posting the story, but I'm also asking what River Region restaurant should introduce naked dining? Well, that sure brought the crickets out.
Chick-fil-A? I don't know.
Oh, no.
At certain times of night, you'll find it at Waffle House, depending.
That's always a possibility.
Or a Taco Bell.
Should I post it? Oh, it's your page. Go ahead. Do whatever you want.
No, why you post things without asking before?
And this really is, of course, just in fun. Where would I never really thought about, don't put bomb hours on there. You'll get me in trouble. We're going to be there tomorrow night, fully clothed, by the way, after happy hour. Happy times.
Happy times?
In the afternoon on News Talk, yeah.
You're going to get extra happy naked.
The market is way up again this morning.
Did you ever broadcast on the radio naked?
Yes, once.
Okay.
But nobody knew.
Oh, so it wasn't a stunt. You were just absolutely nude.
I had a guest in the studio. It's a lame-ass story nobody wants to hear.
Did you have somebody like Rich to clean it down afterwards?
Somebody that came in and dusted?
Yeah.
Dusted.
We needed more than a feather duster, I think, following that.
Hey, what is this? What is this on here? Ew.
Well, we all had our adventures in radio, right? I mean, it was the 80s, the 90s, early 90s.
You say that, but you remember we found like a bra in one of the rooms when we came back from a...
Did we ever figure out whose bra that was?
I don't know. You remember that, though, right?
I do remember that.
Okay, cool.
And I'm not... God rest his soul. We love the man. But I think there was a Ben Hagler connection to that.
I think there was as well.
That's what I've heard.
and you know what I say to that? Good for Benji.
Yeah, right? Good.
The things that can,
God, that goes back, it's got to be a decade or older.
Bring back workplace sex.
What?
Bring back workplace sex.
Wait, it was here at one point? Bring it back? Did it?
Wow.
I didn't know that was a regular thing.
I heard stories about a desk upstairs that got used once for non-descular purposes.
For non-descular purpose.
I like that word.
Non-descular.
I like that term. I'm good at inventing words. Anyway, with the market, I'll tell you what, if it keeps going this way, the Dow could hit 54,000.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure what it is they're all excited about unless they're really
Richie's
becoming.
nest egg. I need to check it. I haven't checked it in a while.
Yeah, why don't you look at your nest? You need something that'll make you
Hey,
smile.
speaking of nests, the bird is still alive, right? The
eagle?
Eagle's still alive, but is in critical.
She is,
critical
yeah, she's
condition?
being taken care of by some raptor physician type people.
Yeah.
A rescue has her, and the doctors there.
And they've raised money to pay them.
Oh, they've gotten so much attention because they're holding this one particular bird, Jackie, who we've watched for years. She got into a fight a couple weeks back with some sub-adults. They are not yet adults, but they're also not necessarily, chicks or anything like that.
Right.
Anyway, got into a fight, and witnesses found her unable to fly, and so she was rescued and taken and evaluated. Found out she's anemic, and so they're going through trying to fix that, and before they release her. And it's been about 2 weeks now, so they're doing everything they can. They're getting a whole lot of attention.
Listen to us. We're talking about eating naked in restaurants.
Yeah, we went from naked.
Then we turned to and this is a genuine concern for the Eagles.
Yeah, yeah.
I love that whole story.
It's been sad to see. It's even sadder to see the male calling out to her and doesn't know where she's at because she's not responding and she's not come back. He doesn't know anything.
Here's some good news.
What is it?
That's fresh information of a positive nature, but that's not important. The new Boom magazine is out with my column, Diagnosis AARP.
Oh.
And it's really the story of a tobacco addiction and having to face time in a hospital where you really have to be devious to.
I just remember, I don't know how they knew, but as soon as you turn 40, are you getting the AARP mail?
Not yet.
Okay, they just started assaulting my.
Probably for me, it'll start at what, 50?
No, they started earlier than that.
Oh, well.
Yeah, right around nation. It was a thing. I mean, we used to joke about it on the air, and of course, a lot of it was just mostly it threw it right in the trash. But the point was, somebody thinks I'm old enough to be ready to retire, and nobody wanted to feel that old, right?
I've told you before, I don't, all these senior discounts that at various places.
Yeah,
I never ask for them because it's.
I know.
My pride. I just can't.
Wow.
One of my more shameful.
I would absolutely take them if I could.
One of my more shameful moments, and I still feel bad about it. It was a Sunday morning. This is before our food outlet, okay? So this is a long time ago. And I was grocery shopped on Sunday morning, and I've got my stuff in there. She checks it through. Sweet teenage girl, just doing her job. And she says, would you like your senior discount? And I said, do I look old enough to have a senior discount? And I didn't say it in an amusing way. I didn't yell it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. And I wish I knew who that girl was. I would find her and write her a check for $100 just out of guilt, because I really did feel bad, and there was no need for me to act that way. And I hate people that act that way.
Yeah.
So therefore, I hate myself. But we all have moments, right?
I think
Sure
I automatically get one at the at AMC because they know who I am. I mean, they know how.
It's dumb not to take advantage of it.
Yeah.
By the way, they're
and plus, if you take advantage of it at AMC, you're not telling anybody. It's just the app or the online when you're buying the tickets.
know, right.
You're not actually saying, "Hey, can I get the senior discount, please?"
Hey, I'm old. What are you gonna charge me?
So you don't have to address it head on. You're just
Right.
yeah. They know I'm good.
Yesterday, December 7th, 1941, a date. We had that list of bad boomer advice.
Oh, yeah.
And I went on our, here it is. Okay. Did anybody, nobody responded.
That picture of you was taken before you were a senior citizen.
Said Detective Thomas with stunning accuracy.
Oh, do you hear where we now have 2 deaths from the doo-doo lettuce?
Yeah, from the lettuce, yeah.
Yeah.
They arrested the guy in Spokane.
Who started the fires? I heard about that. But now there's 2 people dead from pooping.
Pooping?
Well, the diarrhea from the lettuce.
Oh, the cyclospora?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where was this?
I don't know where it was, but I know they got 2 recorded deaths.
That according to Dr. Fauci.
Oh. This weather guy we hired is pretty funny.
Hey, kind of funny, yeah.
He's on it, man. So I wrote, yeah, I'm a boomer. The bad boomer advice in the stupid news was beyond dumb. I not only never gave anyone anything close to the quotes listed, but never heard it from anyone else. Sorry if I'm sounding defensive. BuzzFeed hits a new low. Thanks for listening. And one guy responded, given the price of them, that was the one about, don't go to the movies, you'll be able to buy a house.
Right.
And this guy's a boomer too, but as a fellow boomer, never heard of it or any of those. So I had some support. Nobody else cared. Oh, well, I got it off my chest.
Are you going to post about the naked dining on this?
That's a good idea. God, you are on fire this morning. I'll get around to that. By the way, our show brought to you in part by our friends for many years at Brian Jewelry. Now that we are into August, we have businesses that are setting up for layaway programs for Christmas. I know that J&J Power Sports Outdoors, with all the stuff they sell for youth fun, and so they're doing it.
They're coming. Aren't they coming in for a business
soon? Yes. I can't wait to see them because they're really, really terrific people.
By the way, I understand pumpkin latte is about a week away.
Oh, God. Pumpkin spice. It's that time already?
Latte. It is.
Well, if it's time for pumpkin spice, you know who can't be too far behind. There we go. That's my favorite timeline countdown that you do. And 32 days till. It's just funny watching Rich Thomas do that. Brian Jewelry is another place that will help you set up for Christmas if you are planning something special, thinking, and yeah, for a big purchase, you often do. So why not go buy it now, put it on layaway at Brian Jewelry when the big day comes? They'll have it. Oh, man, they do the best gift wrapping there. I mean, that may seem like a small point, but you want to touch a class on a gift, that's where you need to go.
But you must wear clothing there.
You cannot, no, they do not endorse nude shopping at Brian Jewelry. But I'm just thinking out loud here. They sell things, if all you're wearing is the ring, the bracelet, the charm, you know what I'm saying? How do I look in these earrings with nothing on? I mean, I'm just thinking out loud. This is not the policy of Brian Jewelry, by the way, but it is the place where so many people have shopped. Going back to a moment in a store, I bumped into a couple that listens to the show. They came over to show me their wedding bands that they had purchased 56 years previously at Brian Jewelry. 3 generations, almost 80 years now. Quality, service, selection is competitive with any national chain, as are the prices. And it's just always better for your heart and soul and for your community when you go local. And they have kind of experience that helps a shopper who's really clueless. What do I get? With ideas, which is nice as well. Plus, they can custom create something really unique for you. I just gave you a whole bunch of good reasons to make your next jewelry purchase with Brian Jewelry, 1778 East Main in Prattville. And by the way, worth the drive from Montgomery or any other location for all the reasons I just listed. Look them up online at BrianJewelry.com. Save $100 on your first purchase of $200 or more at BrianJewelry.com. It's 6:30. We've really wasted time so far, haven't we, Scooper?
Well, we are looking pretty good around the area. Pat Millbrook with Temka, light to moderate traffic, and a lot of that beginning to head into the Montgomery area. I-65 and 85, light to moderate at the interchange. Looking pretty good overall. We'll keep you updated. At McKinnon Nissan, you can get up to $5,000 off a new Nissan Frontier. At the lowest tax rates in Alabama, and it's worth the drive. McKinnon Nissan, exit 212, I-65 in Clinton. Buckle up with the Montgomery Skywatch traffic.
News is brought to you by Bath Innovations. Call Bath Innovations today to schedule your free in-home consultation.
1819 News.
There are 3 states that have now launched state-level investigations into Dr. Anthony Fauci. Those states are Alabama, Florida, and Louisiana. The investigation is into Fauci's actions as the director of the National Institute of Allergies and Infectious Diseases leading up to and during the COVID-19 crisis. Alabama Attorney General Steve Marshall was at the forefront of fighting government overreach during that time, and now Marshall's office is looking into what laws were violated by Fauci in that COVID response. Fauci was pardoned by Joe Biden for any criminal steps taken during the COVID crisis, even though the pardon did not specify any crimes. Most recently, despite this immunity provided to Fauci, he refused to answer any questions coming from members of the Senate Homeland Security Committee regarding the U.S. funding through the NIAID of gain-of-function studies at a Wuhan, China lab. That's where the coronavirus all started from. I'll be back with more Alabama stories after this.
Mark your calendar for November 6th. The Albert Patterson Gala returns to the Barber Motorsports Museum featuring United States Senator Tommy Tuberville. We've sold out 2 years running and tables are already filling for 2026. If you believe in a thriving Alabama built on truth, courage, and accountability, this is your night. Don't miss your chance. Visit 1819news.com/gala. That's 1819news.com/gala to get your table today.
In Gadsden this past Monday, a groundbreaking ceremony was held at the old Gulf State Steel property. The Minth Group purchased that property to create a $430 million automotive manufacturing campus. About 1,300 jobs are expected to emerge from this project. Minth Group manufactures plastics and aluminum automotive components. Construction on the 400 acres gets underway today. I'm Andrea Tice.
For more news affecting Alabamians, go to 1819news.com. And while you're there, subscribe to the daily newsletter.
Bath Innovations of Alabama can replace your old bathtub with a low-step shower featuring built-in seating, secure grab bars, and slip-resistant flooring, often installed in as little as 1 day. Call Bath Innovations of Alabama today to schedule your free in-home consultation.
What are you getting?
Still deciding, but I do know on August 11th, I'm choosing Rhett Marcus for Congress.
Why Rhett Marcus?
Because he's a true conservative, endorsed by President Trump and Senator Katie Britt.
Oh, then you can trust him.
And he's a small business owner, not a politician.
Sounds like this choice on August 11th is the easiest decision we'll ever make.
Remember to vote on August 11th. I'm Rhett Marcus, the Trump-endorsed candidate for Congress, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Rhett for Alabama.
We get this question all the time.
Do you handle that?
Buying or selling a home?
Yes.
Commercial?
Yes.
Land or investments?
Absolutely. Hannah and Eddie Realty Group. One team.
Every real estate move. 334-322-0662.
Hi, this is Carl Schmidt, naturopath and owner of the Herb Shop. Listen every Saturday to Winning Wellness and learn from experts in different fields of science and technology how nutritional supplements can help you.
Listen to Winning Wellness every Saturday at 10 a.m.
What's your biggest investment? More than likely, it's your home. So treat it that way when you hire a painting contractor. With PBS Painting, there are no gimmicks, no $99 specials. Just quality painting and someone who treats your home with the same respect that you do. At PBS Painting, we have been painting for years and look forward to many more years to come. With PBS Painting, the job gets prepped properly, whether it's cleaning, scraping, or priming. We always use quality products, which is a must for a quality paint job. So if you're looking for a painter that doesn't need upfront money and is on the job at all times, then please give me a call. Scott Bowers and PBS Painting, 294-5122. That's PBS Painting, 294-5122. Look at some of our work on Facebook at PBS Painting Montgomery.
Rock and roll royalty is coming to Montgomery on October 9th. Mike Campbell and the Dirty Knobs take the stage at the Montgomery Performing Arts Center. As the legendary lead guitarist and co-songwriter for Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, Mike Campbell helped create some of rock's most unforgettable songs. October 9th at the Montgomery Performing Arts Center. Get your tickets now at Ticketmaster and ImpactOnline.org. Don't miss Mike Campbell and the Dirty Knobs live in Montgomery.
WAKA, Blue Water Broadcasting, Ty and Dal Incorporated, and Piggly Wiggly Food for Less invite you to help us stuff the truck on Saturday, August 22nd from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Sturbridge Piggly Wiggly Food for Less. Donate non-perishable food, classroom supplies, or cash to help local students facing food insecurity and support our teachers. Visit WAKA.com for a shopping list and stop by our community resource fair for valuable services and information for River Region families. Together, we can stuff the truck and strengthen our community.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. On FM, on your smartphone, and online, the River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV.
Giving you something to think about. This is Morning Shower Thoughts.
People mostly use their driver's licenses to buy stuff that impairs their ability to drive.
Morning Shower Thoughts.
You're not going to get that kind of wisdom anywhere else, friend. It is 6:36 with a timeline for August the 4th. Your host, Rich Thomas.
215 days into the year, 149 days are left. National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day, we've established that. It's also National White Wine Day, National Night Out. I guess if you're going to be going out, you might have some white wine. Assistance Dog Day, and it's U.S. Coast Guard Day because the present-day Coast Guard began as the Revenue Cutter Service. This was back in 1790. Happy birthday, Coast Guard. 1892, Sunday school teacher Lizzie Borden murdered her father and stepmother with a hatchet. She was arrested, but later acquitted. I don't understand how you get acquitted after you hatchet killed your parents. 1914, Britain declared war on Germany. While the United States proclaimed neutrality, we stayed neutral through, a good part of the war. And then finally declared war to protect France. On this date in 1922, the AT&T Bell system shut down all their switchboards in memory of Alexander Graham Bell, who died 2 days earlier. All 13 million telephones in the U.S. and Canada went absolutely dead for 1 minute in his honor. 1944, 15-year-old diarist Anne Frank arrested with her sister, parents, and 4 others by the Gestapo after hiding for 2 years inside a building in Amsterdam, and died the following year in Bergen-Belsen. On this date in 1958, Billboard introduced the Top 100 Singles chart. Ricky Nelson, #1 with Poor Little Fool. Oh, Ricky. Now our song of the day. 5 guys that had a big string of hits in the early 60s, 60s, early 70s. Great sound from Chicago, Illinois. In fact, the pride of Chicago, Buckingham, summertime 67. Mercy, mercy, mercy.
You're made out of love, like one of those bunnies out of the Playboy Club. But she got something much greater than gold. She got so much soul. I said she got there is no in the whole
holding hands.
When she walks.
Forgive me if I sound awful. I feel worse.
You really do.
Thank you.
No, I'm kidding you.
On the state
Soldier on, buddy.
On the state in 68, second day of the 2-day Newport Pop Festival took place, Costa Mesa, California. Blue Cheer. Oh, I haven't thought of Blue Cheer in a long time. Didn't they do Summertime Blues?
Yeah, that was their only hit, though.
Eric Burden and the Animals, Grateful Dead, Illinois Speed Press. I don't know who. Oh, they turned into be the Iron Butterfly. Jefferson Airplane, Quicksilver Messenger Service. What did they do? What's a Quicksilver?
Fresh Air.
Ooh, great song. Need to do that one more.
I've got it. Remind me tomorrow. I'll play it.
Okay.
I don't think he'll be here tomorrow.
So
you mean he'll be homesick?
Yeah, no. I'm not saying he's gonna die.
The Byrds were also there. 100,000 fans attended the festival. This is very odd. On the state in 83, New York Yankees outfielder Dave Winfield threw a baseball during warm-ups, accidentally killed a seagull. After the game, the Toronto police arrested him for causing unnecessary suffering to an animal. Like he really set out to hurt.
Yeah.
You know, jeez. 84, Prince's Purple Rain. The album goes #1, stays there for 24 weeks. In 96, Summer Olympics closing ceremony in Atlanta. 1997, the world's oldest person, 122-year-old Jean Calment, died in a retirement home in France. 2006, I've never been a fan of this movie. Talladega Nights was released. I'm just not a Will Ferrell fan.
No.
I'm not even going to mention what Barry Bonds did on this date in 2007. Cheater.
Yeah.
2010, 8 days after turning 35, A-Rod, that's Alex Rodriguez,
Barry
hits
Bonds.
his 600 home run to become the youngest player to attain that milestone. A-Rod's 2-run first inning drive off of Toronto's Sean McCarm put the New York Yankees ahead.
Think about it. Baseball's all-time hit leader.
Yep.
Pete Rose, all-time home run leader. Barry Bonds.
Yeah.
Number 3 on the home run list, A-Rod. None of them are in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
That's kind of pathetic when you think about it.
What is that? What do you make of that about A-Rod not being in the...
He used steroids. He got suspended for a year and a half, and he still managed to hit 700 home runs.
Yeah. Birthdays. NASCAR Hall of Famer Jeff Gordon is 55. Roger Clemens is 64, legendary pitcher. Also a steroid user, though, right? Roger Clemens, right?
Yeah.
64 today.
And he's not in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
One of the all-time strikeout leaders.
This next guy's not in your Hall of Fame. Barack Obama is 65 today.
Well, it depends on what category. If you're talking about, I'm just going to make a statement. I think 95% of the things that are wrong in this country right now started with him, including your ridiculous healthcare costs. Think about that. It was supposed to make everything cheaper. No.
Billy Bob Thornton is 71 today. Richard Belzer is 82.
He's dead.
Richard Belzer is dead at the age, and would have been 82. Sorry about that.
And I like him. He always, we saw him in Night Shift.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Playing a badass. That was kind of funny.
Football is coming up in 30 days. Fall, 49 days away. Halloween is 88 days away. Thanksgiving, 115 days away. And Christmas, I won't live to see it, is 143 days away. That's your timeline.
Did you hear that?
I did hear that.
I won't live to see it. Please don't make me send your kid back to Amazon. Here's some more of the future late Rich Thomas.
The Rich Thomas Weather Network is brought to you by Ernest Financial.
If you're tired of losing your money in the stock market, call David Ernest, 334-279-7431. Ernest Financial, LLC.
Good bit of sunshine today. High temperature up to about 91. Heat index maybe, mid to upper 90s. Isolated, widely scattered afternoon and evening storms. Low tonight 72. Wednesday's high 93. Thursday and Friday's high, and also we'll throw in Saturday near 94. Heat index will be exceeding 100 by then. Low at night in the low 70s. So mostly sunny days with spotty, random, mostly afternoon and evening storms, each of those with little day-to-day change through Saturday and slightly higher rain chance on Sunday and Monday. Right now this morning, 73 at Maxwell. It's 70 at Montgomery Regional Airport, 645.
When the heat hits to the river region, don't wait. If your AC quits, Hands Heating and Air offers same-day service, or your diagnostic charge is free with their Comfort a Day or you don't pay guarantee, plus 24/7 service with no overtime charges.
See the video of the guy who jumped off the Brooklyn Bridge naked?
And, yeah, got arrested, yeah.
No, did not.
44-year-old man taken into custody. This happened Sunday after climbing the Brooklyn Bridge, and that's a tall structure.
Yes, it
I
is.
mean, normally jumping off that would be fatal, just like the Golden Gate Bridge. The bridge's center clearance measures 135 feet, while the main towers reach 270 feet. I mean, I remember a couple of times I dove off a 12-foot high diving board. Just walking out on that thing made me nervous. But once you're out there, you can't walk back and go back down.
Right.
So you got to do it.
Yeah.
But it feels like forever at 12 feet.
I just felt funny. I have a problem with heights, and I just had a spell come over me. Wow. Hey, so Ken Burns, his first documentary was the Brooklyn Bridge.
Yeah.
It's a fascinating story, and it had a lasting impact on, and sadly, a lot of lessons learned in building the Brooklyn Bridge cost the lives of people because we learned about things like the bends.
The bends, unfortunately, the creator of the bridge or the architect.
Here's a potential Morning Maroon candidate. Okay. Those will be brought to you later by J&J Power Sports Outdoors in Millbrook, your go-to bad boy dealer. Arrested for pointing an AR-15 at Kentucky Fried Chicken employees because of slow drive-through service. Let's see. I stopped at a drive-through place yesterday. I just had a taste for their particular brand. So I got the meal.
Brand of what? Just brand of food?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if it was like French fries or a brand of shake or something like that.
I like the burger. Once in a while. I know maybe 2 or 3 times a year. So I got the meal and I got the soda, and I like it because they serve their sodas in styrofoam. Plastic cups suck. They just do. By the time you get it home, the ice is melted, and I don't know that that's environmentally any better than anything else. So I put the cup in the cup holder in the console, and I get on my way. I go to take a sip of the soda, and she must have put the plastic lid on with a sledgehammer because the cup was split halfway down the side.
No.
So I was wearing most of that soda by the time I got to the street.
Jeez, that sucks.
Did I go back and raise hell and complain and say, what kind of incompetence? Did I go back to the drive-thru and ask,
Are you sure this work will be in competent hands? Certainly, we're all incompetent.
That was, but I do like the styrofoam. Florida teen arrested
I
after
thought you were
spinning
going
a
to talk
barn.
about the price because a lot of families have just cut out fast food because of the price.
Yes.
We were talking about that yesterday.
In the market news this morning, McDonald's missed their earnings estimate.
Oh.
I think that's got to be at least one of the reasons why.
Well,
like I said, you could join us at Baumhauer's tomorrow night. Have a bigger, better burger with a side, brought to you by a really nice person, in the comfort of the dining room, watching whatever you want on one of the big screens for less than it costs to go through a drive-thru now. And that was the whole point of it. The convenience, it's cheaper. And by the way, we do gather at Wednesday night at Baumhauer's on the Boulevard. We have not got a date set for our Millbrook debut, but it will be sometime this month, possibly the 22nd, if we can get everybody on board with that. All right, Menthol Meredith will talk to us about tanning. a little bit later in the show today. And now at 6:49, let's do this. We have your Salem Radio Network news replay. Scooper, that sticks now for some reason.
Scooper.
Not the band, the glue.
Here's your news. RN News. I'm Rich Thomason in Washington. Are the U.S. and Iran talking again? It depends on who you ask. President Trump says that peace talks are underway, but Iran denies that. Mr. Trump says he is giving Tehran one last chance to avoid utter destruction. Meanwhile, a cargo ship reports that it was hit by some sort of projectile overnight in the contested Strait of Hormuz. Describing the Spokane wildfire destruction as resembling a war zone, Gent Welsh with the Washington National Guard expecting a lot of heartbroken homeowners when they return home to see what's left of their houses. 37-year-old man's been arrested, accused of intentionally starting one of the 3 Spokane wildfires. Senate Judiciary Committee set to approve the Attorney General nomination of Todd Blanche. The vote expected later this morning. And on Wall Street, the Dow futures are up 15 points. More details at srnnews.com.
Imagine getting this kind of news. Karen Collins was in her 20s. She was newly married, and then her husband, Michael, was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer.
And he told me, and I just cried because I didn't really know what the plan was.
There was another fear, too, the medical bills. And thankfully, they were members of Medi-Share, and Medi-Share came through for them, and not just financially.
But they called and they said, hey, we know you're going through treatment. We just wanted to call and pray for you. And it rocked my world. And every time they called, it was like, how can we pray for you right now? How are you doing today?
Medi-Share was a blessing to us because they just made it so easy.
Yes, Medi-Share can save you a lot of money. But as Karen and Michael discovered, it's also about knowing you're not going through life's hardest moments alone. Call now. See why so many people have made the switch to Medi-Share. Here's the number. It's 844-45-BIBLE. That's 844-45-BIBLE. 844-45-BIBLE.
Today's show is brought to you by Halloween candy displays that are already in stores. Are you kidding me and all the other moms? It's the first week of August. It's back to school time, not Halloween time. And even if we buy a bag, there ain't no way that candy's making it to Halloween.
Traffic continues to build, and we have got a lot of cars out on the road now, streaming into Montgomery on 231 out of Wetumpka. A little foggy around the River Bridge and Redland Road area, and we've got a good bit of traffic coming into Montgomery. Highways 80, 331, and Troy Highway 31 out of Prattville, light to moderate traffic. And Thompson Tractor, their new service commitment includes next-day parts and 2-day repairs. That ensures you stay up and running without missing a beat. Thompson Tractor off I-85 just past Chantilly Parkway. Buckle up, Wendell J. Montgomery Skywatch traffic.
It is 6:52. We have Station Wagon Pete on the line on this really nice, pleasant, not too bad, sultry, hot morning. We're good, Pete. What's up? Is that in both directions on 14 there? Okay, and that's at the Big Hill. We appreciate your citizenship, man. That's nice of you to call and let us know. All right, we'll get that to Scooper as soon as we can. That's just going to have to run its course, my friends. All right, coming up next, it's the Cheap and Trashy Celebrity Gossip and Showbiz Report.
Impact Live presents Trombone Shorty. From New Orleans to the world stage, Trombone Shorty is bringing his explosive live show to the Montgomery Performing Arts Center on September 13th. A Grammy-nominated artist and powerhouse performer, Trombone Shorty blends funk, jazz, soul, rock, and R&B into one unforgettable night. Known for sharing stages with everyone from Bruno Mars to the Red Hot Chili Peppers, his high-energy performances are legendary. Tickets go on sale now at Ticketmaster.com and at the box office.
In August, buy any large pizza at Pizza Perfect and get any medium pizza for just $2. Pizza Perfect's buffet includes pizza as well as spaghetti, breadsticks, salad, dessert, and drink for only $13. $12 for seniors, first responders, and military. The buffet is available Monday through Saturday for lunch and for dinner on Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday. Pizza Perfect is also available for pickup and delivery. Any medium pizza is just $2 with the purchase of a large at Pizza Perfect on Coliseum Boulevard in Eastbrook.
Hi, this is Jackson.
And this is Shaming.
From Southern Metal Supply in Prattville. Since we started advertising with Blue Water Broadcasting, our pole barn and metal sales have really taken off.
We just love our partnership with Blue Water Broadcasting.
Our advertisers are our biggest advocates. Call us to find out how radio can increase your bottom line. Blue Water Broadcasting. Local folks helping local business.
News happens, you'll hear about it first. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Hollywood Hotel, good evening. The picture? Oh, yes, it's the biggest show of the season. Everybody's in it.
6:55. Time for the Cheap and Trashy Celebrity Gossip and Showbiz Report. I'm your Cheap and Trashy anchor, Greg Boudel. It did set the all-time record for biggest opening weekend ever. Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Wow.
Huge opening.
Yeah, no, I've got no problem with it. It just, there's been so many Spider-Man movies. I don't understand why the anticipation for this
Why this one does it
one.
and the others didn't. Yeah, I know.
I mean, they've all done well, but and why Spider-Man? Well, I didn't like the last Superman. You did, but I thought he was kind of, I don't know, something. Brand New Day still sits behind the Endgame in the global box office debut, but domestically, and that's how we don't care about the rest of the world. This is America.
Well, I know globally it already passed 1 billion, I think.
Yeah. Boy, but
225 million, I think, was the budget.
Not all is well in the Spider-Verse. Did you hear about this? At a Screening Man.
A what? A Screening Man?
That's a mistake that frequently happens when you try to sound more awake than you really are. At a screening of Spider-Man Brand New Day in Colombia. An entire theater, including a guy in a Spider-Man costume. I bet he was there alone, because really, what woman would go to a movie with a guy dressed as Spider-Man? That seems kind of...
Yeah.
They evacuated the entire theater because someone in the audience had an extreme flatulence attack.
Somebody ate the Taco Bell lettuce.
The screening didn't get officially canceled, but everybody left before the end credits because it was so awful. The smell was so bad.
Think about how bad it's got to be for you to clear a theater.
The whole theater.
Yeah. Well, we had one guy who almost cleared a radio station, but we soldiered through, didn't we?
Oh my God! There were times when we wouldn't go down a certain hallway.
I mean, we had to shut down half the building already that we've done.
Yeah.
We had to move into a smaller area because of what he did to the toilets.
And nobody will rent the place we left behind because it still smells.
In fact, nobody's getting either side of us.
Yeah. Or maybe they just don't want to be near us. I don't get it.
We make too much noise.
People were saying that the serial farter was the real villain in the movie. One person said, to run a whole cinema like that, to run it out, only God knows what that person ate. Probably some of that cyclospora lettuce.
Could be taco. No.
Christina Applegate is out of the hospital after 4 months. I feel so bad about her situation. She's only 54 years old, 4 months in the hospital. She says, I'm taking a moment to focus on my health. I'll be back with more to say soon enough. But there's something about this. It's like, well, we've done all we can, and she just wants to go home.
Yeah.
For whatever's going to happen.
Yeah. I mean,
that's how that reads to me.
That's what it does feel like.
Fans are passing around a bag full of urine at Lollapalooza. Make this yet another reason I never went to these things and would never go again. now, rather.
Just passing around a bag of pee?
Well, I guess the whole idea, and you've been to a couple of these, at a music festival is to get a good spot.
Yeah.
But if you leave to go to the porta potty or whatever, somebody could take your spot.
Well, that's true.
So what they did was circulate a giant bag.
Oh, God, that's disgusting.
Yeah. And you pay how many hundreds of dollars to go to this stupid thing? Yeah.
I mean, bags tear and rip, and oh, God.
One person commented, probably a boomer, in my day, we used to just fight the crowd to go to the bathroom and then find our way back like normal people. This is nasty AF. What does AF stand for?
So you would say nasty as, and then there's a 4-letter word that starts with F.
Another said, if you can't hold your bladder, go home or get a diaper. Courtney Love tried to acquire all the police files on Kurt Cobain's death, but apparently that did not work. Back in 95, she demanded the Seattle Police Department hand over their entire file on Kurt with no copies to be left in their possession. She made the request about a year and a half after he was found dead. Her lawyer said the reason for the request was because several persons tried to make money from the sale and distribution of material pertaining to Mr. Cobain's death. The police did not oblige, Courtney. It was ruled a suicide. The case has never been reopened. Last year, a team of forensic experts presented the police with evidence they say indicates he was given an overdose of heroin, then shot in the head to make it look like a suicide. But the police stand by their original ruling. We could take a moment to talk to Dana at 7 o'clock. Good morning. What's happening, Dana?
They do. I know they do.
What kind of a delinquent would bring a can of that into a theater and force everybody out?
Sounds like something you would buy at Spencer's Gifts.
Yeah, no, it's done as like a gag gift, but it will literally gag you.
Mm-hmm.
It is horribly. We had a guy here. You remember Frank? And it happened again to Hagler. Hagler was in that tracking room, which is a very small room.
Yeah.
It's a very small enclosed space.
Yes.
And Frank had a bottle of deer urine. It's so you could attract deer to whatever.
That story.
And why would we want deer in our production?
He didn't open the door. He just went at the bottom of the door that was open there and just squirted a few drops under there, and that's all it took. It was disgusting.
Wow. Spanky did that? Or Benjamin did it?
Frank did it to Benjamin.
Okay.
It was disgusting.
Well, Dana, what else is new?
Bullfighters. The Christmas light thing is really cool.
At the ballpark?
They're going to do a Christmas light thing this year at the ballpark, yes.
I like that.
Yeah, for November, December, that sort of thing.
That's nice. Wow. One of our biscuits got traded in the big baseball deadline this weekend.
For the Tampa Bay Rays, so yeah.
Who got called up?
Parker.
Okay.
Yeah, Parker. Great things happening. Hope to see a great crowd when they come back next week. I mean, they've been gone too long.
I know. I really would love to be able to go to a game this weekend, but then they'll be home for a week, right?
Yes, so they'll be back on the 11th, home for a week, been away, home the last week of August, and then they'll be home for a week in September, and then we have the playoffs. of the playoffs the week of September 13th.
I'm glad the season is a little longer. I hated it when it ended in the middle of August. Like, it's too short. So good.
Yeah, yeah. And if we win the second half, we'll be home for the first game of the playoffs on September 13th.
I like that. I like everything you've had to say, Dana. Thank you so much.
Y'all have a great day.
Bye-bye. They did put the new scoreboard in.
We end up in the playoffs every year. You know,
It's the Rays. It's the organization. They're from top to bottom the best in baseball. Smartest. You know, all these teams that spend tons of money for people who never produce what they're worth. Then you got organizations like Tampa and Milwaukee and small market teams that are $300 million less in payroll, but winning more games. Explain that, Louise.
Yeah.
Rosie O'Donnell said she would return to The View for its 30th anniversary.
You got your DVR set?
Yeah. I don't think they're going to invite her back. That's just a gut feeling. Patrick Warburton from Seinfeld. Well, who was he? Patrick Warburton.
Putty, I think was his name. I think. Anyway, dated Elaine for a little bit.
Okay. He says he remembers making out with Carol Burnett when he was 27 years old.
Right? Wow. Okay.
For a movie role or something. Let's see. Any other names of interest here? Ella Langley, choosing Texas. Now 16 weeks at the top of the top 100 chart. That is a record. Way to go. Boy George, we haven't heard about him in years. He's parted ways with his label manager and been removed from Bandcamp over his AI-generated pro-Israel song. Wow. And some people think Celine Dion should hang it up based on a video that shows her performing at far less than what... She's got some kind of a condition, right, with her throat?
I think so, yeah.
I love this, too. We played this clip yesterday on the afternoon show. Aaron Rodgers went on the Pat McAfee show and went nuclear on Fauci.
Oh, yeah.
Reminding people that everything he said and got criticized for turned out to be true. And Rob Reiner's kids, Jake and Romy, threw out the first pitch at Sunday. How did they introduce that?
I don't know. I wondered about the awkwardness of the introduction.
Yeah, it sounds like it would have been. All right, we're at 7 minutes after 7 o'clock. We're going to check in with Skipper, get some traffic. We have not headline news.
Scooter.
And then Salem Radio Network news. And, of course, next hour, random facts, followed by a $20 Food Outlet Pop quiz question. How's the commute going, Skipper?
Well, we have a vehicle fire reported Highway 14 right before Simmons Road in Prattville. Please watch out for emergency vehicles that are going to be working that, causing a bit of a slowdown there both directions, and around the Montgomery area, light to moderate building early morning traffic. We also have some reports of fog in the area, especially 231 at the River Bridge. Keep it here. We'll keep you updated. Come by Thompson Tractor in Montgomery and check out their incredible selection of used equipment at their used equipment sales center. See the machines that get the big jobs done. Thompson Tractor off I-85 just past Chantilly Parkway. Buckle up, Wendell J. Montgomery Skywatch traffic.
This is not headline news. Today is National White Wine Day, not to be confused with National Karen Day, which is the day you listen to White's wine. Post Malone appeared on Sesame Street. He moved into the garbage can next to Oscars. A class action lawsuit would pay $200 to anyone who got diarrhea from bad lettuce. Many asked, can we also get a rebate on what we paid for Preparation H cooling gel? And a Minnesota man used a homemade spike strip to keep kids off his lawn. Congratulations, Minnesota man. You've outdone the Florida man stories for today. This is not headline news.
Looking for insurance, or maybe you're just not satisfied with your current carrier? How does quality coverage with local service and competitive rates sound to you? The folks at Stark Agency offer just that. Whether you need insurance for your business, car, home, or life, Stark Agency can help. As an independent insurance agency with over 20 of the top insurance carriers, Stark is sure to find the perfect match for you and your loved ones.
And let the savings be.
I can't believe it's August. July felt so short. We just finished grilling burgers on the 4th. Now it's August. It's the end of the summer. It went by too quickly. Now it's such a bummer. Cause at the end of August they're gonna close the pool. Almost time to put the kids on the bus to school. Yeah. I can't believe it's August. Yeah, we'll shop at the Target and get school supplies. The long days are gonna turn to longer nights. The sun's getting lower in the summer skies. Oh, beginning of August. It's August. I can't believe it's
Do you believe it's August? Well, it is It's already 4 days into August.
And see, so Pike Road is starting on the 6th. Today's the 4th. And then everybody, a whole bunch of people start on the 10th next Monday.
I have to go digging through here. I have some good back-to-school stuff. It just doesn't feel like back-to-school time.
I don't know.
Quite yet.
But traffic patterns are about to change.
Alrighty, it is 7:14.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by Alabama Wholesale Lumber. Now open from 6 to 5. For tough, good-looking roofs, it's Tamco Shingles from Alabama Wholesale Lumber. For great folks and great prices, call Alabama Wholesale Lumber.
Well, temperatures are a little better than a lot better than last week when it was just stifling. So we are, and it's noticeable. We are enjoying it. The numbers aren't great, but they're better. Good bit of sun today with a high temperature up to about 90. Heat index maybe 97. Isolated, widely scattered afternoon and evening storms. Low tonight 72. Wednesday's high 93. Thursday and Friday up to about 94. We'll throw in Saturday as well up to about 94, with the heat index exceeding 100 by then. Mostly sunny days with spotty, random, mostly afternoon and evening storms. Actually, a pretty routine forecast for the month of, for early part of August, and very little day-to-day change through Saturday. Rain chances may be a little better by Sunday and Monday. Right now, this morning, clear skies, calm winds. Temperature 72. The time, 7:15.
Gotta ask, anything cooking in the tropics?
No, but as we look at starting this coming Wednesday and for a 10-day period out, we'll be watching the Sahara dust is going to slow down, and the wind shear may shift a little bit. So we may see something in a few days later in the month of August. We'll see.
It's 7:15.
Back to school shopping starts now, and ASE Credit Union has you covered. Our back to school loan helps you pay for supplies, laptops, clothes, and more. Stop by your local ASE branch or apply today at youraseccu.com. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
MPB has fixed so many things for me over the. I wish Donnie could fix my current summer cold right now, but in the paint and body business, they are next to. Well, nobody compares to them, and that's why they're in their 5th decade at Montgomery Paint and Body. Donnie has passed on all his knowledge to Brandon and the entire crew, really, at Montgomery Paint and Body. It's fun to watch them work. There's a little kind of observation area where you can watch them work, and it's just amazing. They're like a fine oiled machine, In fact, they're used as a gold standard in the paint and body business. Easy to take shortcuts in that business, but that's not the way Donnie is wired, and that's why he started the business more than 40 years ago. The phone number is easy to remember, and sometimes you get flustered when you're in a mishap on the roadway. So in the 334 area code, 27-REC with a W, 27-REC with a W. They're located off the Eastern Boulevard on East Shirley Lane. But call them first so that they'll be ready for your visit, and they'll know what to expect, all right? And tell your insurance agent that you prefer to have your car fixed at Montgomery Paint and Body. In the state of Alabama, that is a law. You are allowed to make that choice. Nobody can tell you you have to go to this place, and that's why MPB should be. Well, every tow truck driver in town and for miles around knows how to get the MPB. Sorry, I'm feeling terrible. They're trustable, dependable, and they're consistent. They will fix your car, believe me, as good as new, maybe better.
If people knew the stories that go on in other places.
I know some stories. I frequently talk about that famous hailstorm.
Oh, yeah.
And there were some fraudulent things going on in the paint and body business. For that multi-million-dollar storm. I know one guy ended up with a boat on Lake Martin called the Hailstorm.
Really?
Yes. But
made a little money on that deal, did he?
There was a lot of pocketed money during that 1988 event.
Speaking of scams, here's a new way. A woman went to a Target by the way, the show could be interrupted at any time with me having a out loud and violent nervous breakdown in which I rip my computer out by the roots and throw it through a studio window into the street for satisfaction.
I'd pay to see that.
I might happen. She went to Target to buy a box of Huggies.
Okay.
She got it home and it was filled with old clothes.
What?
So the scam is that somebody apparently bought the Huggies,
Needed the Huggies
took the Huggies out,
and put their clothes in
replaced it with, and then resealed the box, took it back for a cash refund.
Oh boy.
That's a scam.
Who does this? I just bought the box of Huggies from Target yesterday, and I don't know if this is a Huggies problem or a Target problem. Like, there's no diapers in this. There's a blanket and plastic and a shirt. I'm 4 weeks postpartum, and now I have to lug my 4-week-old and my 24-month-old to Target. My husband's about to go to his night shift, which I'm already anxious about. My postpartum anxiety could not handle this.
Postpartum anxiety on top of everything else. And yeah, that's a lot to gather up a couple of kids, reload the car, go back because somebody ripped you off. But who's got it worse? This woman or the man with the pancake problem at a Pennsylvania IHOP?
Well, that's a good point.
Apparently, they mixed the batter incorrectly and the pancake was like full of holes.
I went to IHOP today to get a short stack. I'm opening my container here. I'm looking, and it looks like it was just 2 pancakes in here, which kind of had me confused. But the real problem was because they're so thin. This one's practically see-through. There's nothing buttermilk about this. Like, I bit into it, and it tasted like baking soda. This is a short stack. I paid $8 for 3. Worse than out-of-the-box tasting pancakes.
Let's see, on the video, I can put this on the YouTube feed, right?
Yeah.
How about if I do that?
Yeah. Share. You're going to share the video?
Yeah.
Oops.
Why won't it let me share? Anyway, there's the see-through pancake.
Pancakes are not as cheap as they used to be.
You know, you are absolutely correct. I mean, it used to be like an add-on to a breakfast. You know, you pay for bacon and eggs, and you could get pancakes as a side for no extra charge. The last time, I won't mention anybody's name, but the last time I went to a place and got pancakes, it was $8 for 3.
Uh-huh. I know what you're talking. Yeah.
You can go to Food Outlet, get a box of Bisquick, and make your own, and a half a dozen eggs. You got, you can make 50 for what they charge for 3 in the store. I don't know why they're
sharing now.
Why they're so thin. Well,
what's wrong with that computer spinning around there like that?
It'll probably be ready to play after Random Facts. In the meantime, it is Tuesday. You know what that means?
It means Menthol Meredith.
That's right. And the subject this week is tanning.
Well, I seen a news program that was saying tanning salons are making a comeback. Shoot, I never stopped frying. And that is why I look like a 5'4" rawhide pig ear. Now, everybody says tanning is bad, but I think that sunscreen is the culprit. I tried sunscreen once. Yep, drank a whole bottle of it. And I didn't feel nothing. Maybe next time I'll try a higher proof, like SPF 50. Okay, y'all, I gotta go. My tanning place has an early bird special where if you get there before 9, they'll rotate you like a rotisserie chicken at no extra charge.
I gotta tell you, I wasn't in Florida long when some of the retirees down there, women, and that ever to have the tan, they get to a point where there's no return.
Yeah,
it's rawhide.
It's
like
hideous. That's why my favorite part of that was when the pig ear comparison.
Yeah,
you know what a pig ear is, right?
Yeah, sure.
And that's a very unpleasant brown color that they can never get rid of. It's like handbag skin. But enough about old Florida women. Businesses have their own disciplinary techniques. But a former Comcast employee is suing the company after witnessing a humiliating workplace punishment ritual. David Figueroa claims that managers at a Connecticut Xfinity store tied low-performing employees to a chair and hit them with cream pies while coworkers laughed and watched and cameras rolled.
What?
A back office whiteboard allegedly tracks sales using emojis, marking underperformers with pie-covered unhappy faces. Figueroa, hired in February as a retail salesperson, reported concerns to a regional manager, got no response. He quit within a month, citing a hostile and violent work environment. Comcast denied the allegation, stated the company has zero tolerance for harassment, humiliation, or any behavior that compromises a respectful and safe workplace. They had previously paid over $7 million in employment discrimination penalties, but this is, tying an employee, that in itself probably qualifies as kidnapping in the second degree, and then hitting them with cream pies because they didn't sell enough of whatever the crap they're selling there. Aren't we glad we work at Blue Water? Has Rick Peters ever tied any of us into a chair and hit us with a pie?
No.
But you always thought that was possible given the right combination of circumstances. We're at 7:25. We've got Blue Water News with Sky Mosley, and then part one of Random Facts, and a chance to get yourself to Food Outlet with a $20 head start with our pop quiz question.
News is brought to you by Budget Floors and More, your new best friend.
From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, here's today's top stories. 2 people have been arrested in connection with the beating death of a Montgomery man in early June. 31-year-old Richard Harris and 42-year-old Pamela Nichols have been charged with the murder of 43-year-old William Nichols. Nichols was found unresponsive in the 1400 block of Federal Drive on June 5th. He died the following day from blunt force trauma injuries. Prattville residents could soon be seeing higher monthly bills for trash collection and wastewater services. Neither service has seen a rate increase in over 5 years. The Prattville City Council is expected to vote on proposed rate hikes at tonight's meeting. A former Alabama Department of Corrections employee is being held on a $4.5 million bond. 23-year-old Nyanna Longmore of Montgomery is charged with attempting to bring drugs and contraband into the Elmore Correctional Facility. Investigators say family members of inmates would leave packages with Longmire which she would deliver to prisoners. Among other crimes, Longmire is charged with conspiracy to traffic fentanyl, methamphetamine, and opium. From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, I'm Sky Mosley.
Hardwood, tile, carpet, flooring tools, and installation supplies. Find it all at Budget Floors and More in Montgomery. Big selection, contractor pricing, and personal service you won't find at the big boxes. Across from Publix in Del Reyta and online at budgetfloorsmgm.com.
Hi, this is Bo Goodson with the Goodson Group with your Real Estate Minute. Here are several ways to attract more buyers to your home. First, price it right to sell, not to sit. An accurate market analysis will tell you what price it should be. Next, prepare the home to show and sell by deep cleaning by a professional cleaner, including carpet. Declutter all rooms, including closets. Evaluate flooring, replace if needed. Paint inside and out where needed, and make the kitchen and bath sparkle. How about the exterior? Are the colors faded on the shutters or fascia? Power washing them and all sidewalks and driveways and patios prior to listing the house. Remember, your price and curb appeal will create a showing appointment. Your condition of the house will make them stay and look longer and buy quicker. For all the steps you need to take to get your house ready for sale, call Bo Goodson at the Goodson Group, 334-221-2883 or 334-551-0225.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. The premier place the River Region turns to for news, weather, traffic, and opinion. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
It's August 4th, the greatest day ever. On the 4th of August, 1936, American Jesse Owens won the gold medal in the long jump at the Summer Olympics in Berlin, Germany. It was the second of Owen's 4 gold medals, and it gave Adolf Hitler a little preview of what it's like to get your butt kicked by Americans. Have a great August 4th, the greatest day ever.
And now,
Right about now, Jay Scott should be owing us some.
Owens, as in the Olympian.
I got that.
You figured that one out. You unlocked the mystery.
I'm not just any idiot.
Did you know? One eye is watering right now, so I'll be doing this.
Well,
While you're sopping up your tears, the market, again, for the second day in a row, is almost up 700 points. The Dow, just about to cross the 54,000 mark. That's 8,000 points since March.
Did you know? So, Kume no Hanai is a name of a Japanese samurai who turned to Buddhism. So he was this killer, and then he turned to this peaceful person, and was pretty much ashamed of all the killing he did. So he had a stone likeness of himself buried at a temple entrance, so that when people would come in, they would be stepping on him in order to atone for all of the killing that he had done.
Okay.
Wouldn't it have been a little more genuine if he had just put himself there and let people step on him to show how sorry he was?
You know, possibly.
Rich, don't you think that's just a little disingenuous?
But now it will happen for eternity.
Oh.
You know? Did you know when, I don't even want to try and pronounce this name, Nagawang Nagamal? I don't know.
Weather.
Well, how do you shorten that? What do you call him? What? Never mind.
Okay. He was the first unifier of Bhutan. He died, and when that happened, the authorities conspired and hid his death from the people for 54 years. 54 years the guy had been dead, but people didn't know because the government hid it. During that time, they issued orders in his name, and they claimed that he, being a Buddhist Lama, went on an extended silent retreat.
We're big on Buddhism today.
Yeah.
It is. Seem to be, yeah. We didn't necessarily do that. I know that one president was incapacitated. His wife took over and did it for a while.
Woodrow Wilson.
Yeah. Secretly, she did it for a while.
And to a lesser extent, the Bidens.
Well, pretty much so, yeah.
Did you know Congress refused to support the preservation of George Washington's Virginia estate? They also refused to buy it as a historical site in 1853 whenever it fell into disrepair. The Mount Vernon Ladies Association was set up to buy it and restore the now iconic home, and they became the first nationwide women's organization.
They still run it too.
They
if
do.
I'm not mistaken.
I believe they do.
By the way, you know that in the Capitol building where I was a few days ago, there's something called the crypt, and the crypt is supposed to have been where George Washington was going to be buried.
Right.
But unfortunately, the building wasn't ready, and in fact, it wasn't ready for a long time, and so they buried him at Mount Vernon. And the crypt was never used for that purpose, but he was destined to be. By the way, every room you go into, there is a statue of George Washington. They were making fun of that as far as.
Well, it's cooler to be at Mount Vernon and see them through the gate, their sarcophagi. And sorry, but I'd love to have a peek to see what you look like after all those years.
Did you know of something called Bruceploitation?
What is it?
Bruceploitation. It's a genre of films that featured Bruce Lee lookalikes.
Oh.
Because, he had died, but they got popular after his death. And so anybody that kind of looked like Bruce Lee, it's like, we're going to put you in this movie.
I went to one of those Bruce Lee movies. I thought it was going to be a horror movie. It was called Five Fingers of Death. And it was this ridiculous, with guys, jumping 30 feet into the air. And I walked out after about 20 minutes. This is not what I expected it to be.
Did you know there's a radio station in a volcano on Ascension Island. The radio station was funded by the United States Armed Forces, and it operated from 1958 to 2009.
Ascension Island?
Yeah. If I'm saying, yeah, that's right.
No, I mean,
Where is Ascension Island?
It's in the Pacific.
You ask?
Yes.
It's inside the Atlantic Ocean.
Oh.
Oh.
It's in the Pacific.
Hey, we only missed by one ocean.
Yeah. I don't know. Ascension Island is an isolated volcanic island just shy of 8 degrees south of the equator in the South Atlantic Ocean.
Oh, the South Atlantic. All right.
It's about 960 miles from the coast of Africa. That gives you an idea of where Ascension Island is. And there's a volcano that has a radio station at, or at least used to anyway. Did you know at the 1986 Expo, and I'm guessing this is I don't know what that would have been, the World's Fair Expo or something? It was in Vancouver in 86. They just call it the Expo.
Probably was a World's Fair.
Yeah.
They don't do this anymore.
They don't. But at the 1986 Expo in Vancouver, the U.S. Pavilion showcased NASA just 4 months after the Challenger had exploded. While the USSR, their pavilion showcased their nuclear power just 1 week
after Chernobyl.
And
yeah.
where's this? Was it
Vancouver?
located? Okay. And in what year?
86.
Okay.
In South Florida, for years, they were planning a World's Fair for 1992 to celebrate the 500th anniversary of Columbus.
Okay.
And they couldn't get it funded, but they had designated this massive area. They were going to build the whole thing from scratch, bring in tourists.
Yeah, Expo 86 was a World's Fair. It was in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada.
A lot of them started to lose a lot of money. Like Montreal lost a lot of money.
You know, Knoxville had a World's Fair. Did you know that?
I did not.
Yeah, because there's the big dome there, the big tower with the ball thing, the sphere.
One of the great ones of all time was before 1900 in Chicago.
Oh,
right?
yeah, 1893, the Columbian Exposition. Many of the buildings that were
they
built
still
for
there?
that are still in.
Yeah.
Museums now.
What year was that Knoxville World's Fair?
80s, 90s.
I'm trying to see. 1982.
They may have overshot the runway. Knoxville's a nice little town. Isn't that where Leanne's from? Yes.
Oh, that one, yeah.
Leanne, whose love message to me rests against the studio wall.
Love message.
Let me have my moment.
I know.
I'm not really being serious.
Oh, by the way, it was also known as the Knoxville International Energy Exposition.
What year?
1982 was the Knoxville World's Fair. Yeah. Anyway, coming up on Random Facts, we're going to tell you about something that happened in 2018. It was the first time that this ever occurred. And it's a statistic, but we'll get to it. We have a random fact about the former Mexican president, Santa Anna.
Okay.
Something he did. We will tell you about at least what we know of so far as the highest flying bird. We'll give you that distance that they were in the air and what it was. We also have a random fact about Charlie Hertz of the American Basketball Association. Not the NBA, but the ABA, which is not the Alabama Broadcasters Association, but the
Right.
ABA was the
And this-
American Basketball Association.
And this is the day that they combined to find make the NBA.
Is it?
It's on the timeline.
Oh, it was. Oh,
Remember
my
they used
God.
they used the multicolored basketball?
Is that right?
The ABA did, yeah.
Huh.
And we also have a random fact about David Bowie. That is all coming up on Random Facts.
Right now, it's time to check traffic at 7:38.
Highway 14. This is out of Oktogaville, headed into Montgomery, right around Simmons Road. Had a vehicle fire and an accident there that has caused some problems for travel in both directions. Around the Montgomery area, we have light to mostly moderate traffic and building now. We're seeing more cars out of Wetumpka, Prattville, Millbrook. Highways 83, 31, and Troy Highway, light to moderate inbound traffic. Davis Door and Sash, your trusted source for quality replacement windows and doors. Save 10% on materials when you mention this ad. Visit DavisStore&SashAlabama.com, 334-288-6010. Buckle up, Wendell J. Montgomery Skywatch traffic.
An evening with Ann Wilson of Heart and Trip Center with the 2026 tour September 24th at the Montgomery Performing Arts Center. Ann Wilson of Heart and Trip Center performing vintage songs from Heart and more. Get your tickets now at Ticketmaster.com, Impact.org, or the Impact box office. Don't miss an evening with Ann Wilson of Heart and Trip Center, Thursday, September 24th, 8 p.m. live at the Impact.
WAKA, Blue Water Broadcasting, Ty and Doll Incorporated, and Piggly Wiggly Food for Less invite you to help us stuff the truck on Saturday, August 22nd from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Sturbridge Piggly Wiggly Food for Less. Donate non-perishable food, classroom supplies, or cash to help local students facing food insecurity and support our teachers. Visit WAKA.com for a shopping list and stop by our community resource fair for valuable services and information for River Region families. Together, we can stuff the truck and strengthen our community.
What if your next sales opportunity wasn't about selling? It was about helping local businesses grow. I'm Jennifer Pestricelli with Blue Water Broadcasting. We combine the power of 7 local radio stations with today's most effective digital marketing solutions, including streaming audio, social media, targeted display, and more. We're looking for an experienced account executive who enjoys building relationships, solving problems, and creating results for clients. If you're self-motivated, thrive on new business, and want unlimited earning potential with a local company, I'd love to hear from you. Visit BlueWaterBroadcasting.com and send me your resume today.
Carrying your voice across the river region. News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV.
And now,
It's Enrico Palazzo.
No, it's Jay Scott with
I like it.
Did you know
That timed
2018?
out that well, to be honest with you.
Yeah, he did fine. 2018 was the first year in which the number of people over the age of 65 exceeded the number of people under the age of 5.
Interesting. That needs to change.
Right, you're supposed to have it less of that and more of the other, right? Yeah.
Market has passed 54,000.
Yep,
Dow
there it
has established a new high in futures trading. Still not sure why.
No idea. Did you know former Mexican President Santa Anna accidentally helped create modern chewing gum out of a tree resin, the chicle tree resin?
I wonder if that's part of the founding of Chiclet Gum.
I believe it is, actually. He hoped to sell it as a cheap rubber substitute after failing to vulcanize the chicle. His partner, Thomas Adams, sold the first batch of flavorless chicle balls in 1859. But for whatever reason, I am almost positive that is part of what became chiclets.
I haven't thought about chiclets in a long time. No.
Yeah, no, same. It wasn't great, right? Chiclets?
No, they
weren't.
They were not excellent, but they were
Well,
like mints. They were, sort of like mints. They could help.
Well, in a bowl, they look like a bowl of teeth. Clean teeth.
Yeah, chiclets. That's what they became. So, did you know the highest flying bird that we know of is what is known as Ruppel's griffon vulture? In 1973, one struck an Air Ivory Coast airliner over West Africa at 37,000 feet.
Wow. How does a bird get that high with so little oxygen at that altitude?
I don't know. I've never heard of this bird before, but apparently we know that it can fly that high. So, yeah. Did you know on November 6th, 1970, at an ABA game, the American Basketball Association, Charlie Hertz of the Pittsburgh Condors shattered the backboard during a game against the Carolina Cougars. There was an hour delay to fix that backboard. Then he broke the other one. The same player broke the other one. The game was called early because they didn't have a backup replacement for that one.
I bet.
They're like, we gotta call this one. No more backboards. So, yeah. And finally, did you know the look for some of David Bowie's iconic characters, his outfits, his costumes, came from a costume designer named Ola Hudson?
Ola?
Now, you're not going to really remember that, or when I say remember it, but you're not going to recognize that name because her son goes by a pseudonym. His name is Slash, and he played for Guns N' Roses.
Wow.
But that was his mother who designed the costumes for David Bowie, who had some really wild costumes.
Oh, yeah.
But those are all of your random facts.
Okay, pop quiz coming up. In fact, let's head over to Food Outlet, take a look at what you can do with cost plus 10% pricing. I love the consistency. They're pre-made burgers. Get there early in the morning like I do, because they often have meat specials. Fresh, great, but they discount, and it's you can get some incredible buys. You can get 3 ribeyes for like $10 if you time yourself. Get over there early and be productive with your time. At Food Outlet, though, it's not just cost plus 10% pricing. It's specials they run every week. Looks like I'll have to resort to the printed version since I can't pull it up online. And these allow you to save even more money. Rich's pal, Chuck Roast.
There you go.
And Rich knows how to make a good chuck roast, by the way, in the crock pot. $6.42 a pound. With a $20 head start, you can buy yourself 20 banquet pot pies, 97 cents. That's almost 3 meals a day over a week. That's a week's worth of food for $20, especially if you love pot pie. Coke products, $10.79 for the suitcase pack. That's 24 cans of your favorite Coke products, $10.79. That I know for sure. Reconnaissance shopped over the weekend, and that's about $3 to $4 lower than other stores. Sunnyland Jumbo hot dogs, 95 cents for a 1-pound package, regular or bun length, and Hormel bacon is only $4.96 for the 1-pound package. And there are more. They're all printed and posted at the front door when you walk into Food Outlet. A chance to save even more. But I love the cost plus 10% pricing. I love the fact that Food Outlet is locally owned, again, and their customer service is really, really terrific. Nice, friendly people. And it's, my location on Coliseum Boulevard, I've been shopping there for almost 15 years, and there are people that have been there every year of that time, which I think it speaks well of the company. Prattville has one on Main Street just west of Highway 31 and in Millbrook, Highway 14. Food Outlet, also on Facebook, if you would like to take a visual look at the specials I just mentioned. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time for that $20 Food Outlet Pop quiz question. Here is Quizmaster Jay.
Earlier in Random Facts, just a few minutes ago, we said in 2018, the number of people over 65 exceeded the number of people under this age. What age was it? That's all we need, a single-digit number. That's it.
All right, give us a high five at 272-9228-334. 272-9228. First eligible person with the correct answer wins a $20 head start on their next visit to Food Outlet. Off to the traffic dungeon while we collect your call.
And just like that, we have an accident on I-85 southbound coming into Montgomery. This is just past Chantilly Parkway. Right 2 lanes are going to be your best bet. Left lane is blocked, and we got a vehicle off in the center between the north and southbound lanes of 85. Please be cautious. Very busy building traffic everywhere else. We'll keep you updated. McKinnon Toyota's got a good selection of Camrys right now, with more arriving at the lowest tax rates in Alabama, and it's worth the drive. McKinnon Toyota, exit 212 off I-65 in Clanton. Buckle up, Wendell J. Montgomery Skywatch traffic.
And which line and who? Okay. Good morning. Who's this?
Bonnie.
Hey, Bonnie. How nice to hear from you.
Good morning.
Hey, in 2018, the number of people over 65 exceeded the number of people under this age.
5.
5
is correct. So you will be going to Food Outlet with a $20 head start. Please hold.
Jay?
Jay will be with you in a moment. Is this?
That's going to be Backup Steve.
Backup Steve.
Oh, good morning, everyone. Good morning,
Hi.
Richard. You're under the weather, Rich?
I am very much under the weather. Yes, I'm struggling this morning.
Well, hey, we got to get you well here because the hurricane season's right around the corner.
Yeah,
so,
so
but,
it's
convoluted intro was well timed. Greg, did you know there was a Gulfstream that I remember I was at Andrews Air Force Base and it was carrying Cap Weinberger. It was a G3 Gulfstream. We called it a C-20. It had struck a bird at 18,000 feet. They thought at first it was a meteorite, but the windshield was it wasn't shattered through and through, but it was completely shattered on one side.
And you wonder how you wonder how these creatures can breathe at that.
I mean, it's amazing,
right?
It surprised the living daylights. And when the plane landed, we all took a look at it, like, how did the windshield stay intact? It was amazing.
Yeah.
And all. So that was when you said that. I said, "Yeah, I've heard that happening."
All right. Well, give me the altitude of the highest flying bird.
The highest flying bird, that doggone vulture, whatever that the guy flies somewhere, and it's way up there. But I thought it was 18,000, but what is 30-something thousand?
37. Yeah, you got it.
37.
Yep.
That's even how in the world? How many miles? That's what, 5 miles?
That's above the jet stream.
Yeah.
So, wow. That's something else.
That's amazing.
Yep.
I tell you.
All right, man.
Thanks for the chiclets, because they used to remember that in the grocery store.
Yes, sir.
The old chiclets there, man. They had some strange flavors, I remember. So, but Rich, I hope you get better. Take care and have a great day.
Appreciate it.
All right.
You know, he makes a good point. Strange flavors. When we were kids, there were like 3 gums. You could get Juicy Fruit, Spearmint by Wrigley, Beech Nut, and of course bubble gum. And then what was it? Fruit Stripe gum came out. And then they started getting into all the different flavors.
I love Juicy Fruit.
There's no way for this phone thing to work, so I don't know who that is.
That's Master Thespian.
Oh, the Great Warhawk is on the line. How about that?
Good morning, gentlemen.
Hey.
Who walked in?
I actually attended the 1982 World's Fair in Knoxville.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. The biggest problem is they spent a whole lot of money, and not a lot of people.
Yeah, and that's why they started not doing them anymore. That's exactly right.
Well, I mean, it's like I said, Knoxville's a nice place, but they kind of overshot the runway on a World's Fair. I mean, they can't handle international flights there, so
Yep, that's true.
Yep, that was a problem. And they were thinking it's in close proximity to Smoky Mountain, so people will come to the World's Fair, they'll go to Smokies, but it just didn't turn out that way.
Right.
And they had some cool pavilions. I mean, USA had this big pavilion that looked like a dam. I remember Australia. And
what was it? The Dam Pavilion.
Yeah, but it was pretty cool. But all those pavilions are gone. They tore them all down. The only thing that's left is the Sun Sphere there, and it's like right on the edge of UT's campus.
It was really a well kept secret, because I went to Knoxville for the first time in 1986. Loved the flight from Atlanta to Knoxville because you're right over the mountains. But when I got there, I there was no evidence the World's Fair had been there. Like you said, they just took it all down.
Yeah. But it was fun. I still got some souvenirs I can bring you. My dad had a World's Fair knife. I can bring that to the radio station this afternoon, show it to you. But everybody was hoping it would be the big thing that would bring in a lot of money, but it just kind of fizzled.
You're going to be in this afternoon, right?
Oh yeah.
Looking forward to it.
I am bringing the very own Dr. Fauci figure. So we can throw things at it. And we'll talk Spider-Man.
Man, I'll tell you, we'll see you this afternoon, MT. I don't know if you've seen these online. I see them in my feed all the time. People telling stories. A lot of them involved loved ones back in 2020 who were on their way out, having to stand behind plexiglass if they could even see him at all. And all of those, there's no way to repair that. There's no second chance on that. And those folks are speaking out. Something's got to be done about that.
I remember there was you couldn't have funerals. There were
Really? And
yeah.
well, my question is, why did we allow that? That was just absolutely insane. And now they want to do it again. You watch. They'll come up with another, we all got to hide and kids got to go to school at home. And that just cannot happen again. And then to have that little SOB sit there and lie and plead the fifth.
Well, I hope places like Florida and you said
There's two other states too that are looking into, because his pardon does not protect him on the local
prosecution.
Basis. Before I get too amped up here,
The Rich Thomas Weather Network is brought to you by Ernest Financial.
If you're tired of losing your money in the stock market, call David Ernest, 334-279-7431. Ernest Financial, LLC.
Yesterday, some extra clouds kept us from getting to 90 degrees. We actually had a high of 86, which is a real treat this time of the year. And you can feel the difference. The humidity is not nearly as crazy as it was last week. So a good bit of sun today. I've got us near 90, 91, somewhere around there. Heat index maybe as high as 97 today. But isolated, widely scattered afternoon storms will be around, but most towns will stay dry. Low tonight, 72. Wednesday's high up to about 93. Thursday and Friday and Saturday will be near 94, with the heat index exceeding 100 again. Lows at night in the low 70s. Mostly sunny days with spotty, random, mostly afternoon and evening storms. And little change right on through Saturday. Right now, this morning, last time we checked, and we're about to get a new temperature from the airport, 72, clear skies, calm winds, 755.
When the heat hits to the river region, don't wait. If your AC quits, Hands Heating and Air offers same-day service, or your diagnostic charge is free with their Comfort a Day or You Don't Pay guarantee, plus 24/7 service with no overtime charges.
Thank you very much. Here to tell you about Heirloom Jewelers. Here in, well, it's in Montgomery. Yeah, it's over at Hampstead High Street. 5272 Hampstead High Street is where they're located. So you need to go out there. But you can't go out there without an appointment. You have to call and make an appointment and talk to Troop Booth at 260-0066. They're open Tuesday through Friday, 10 to 4, Saturday, 10 to 2, but it's by appointment only because he is the only one that works there. And so, if you don't have an appointment, obviously he's not going to go into the shop other than to, look over some merchandise, or maybe he's working on selling a piece of jewelry for you, which he can do. Just got to start that conversation and have a talk with him. 260-0066. 260-0066. He will help you sell the jewelry that you've got, or he will help you buy that jewelry that you're looking to get, which you can see by going to either Facebook or Instagram, or go online to their website, which is heirloomjewelers.com. Right there, you can find the entire collection and the history of all the different pieces that are available. And by that, I mean where they were sourced from, at least what we think, how old they are, again, what we think the age of them likely is. And you can check that out online by going to the website there. It's all been put there by Troop Booth. He's got a degree from the Gemological Institute of America. His grandparents opened the store back in 1977, and he's been running it since 2015. So what, 11 years now? Yeah. So give him a call and talk to him. That's how it's always going to work, is with that phone call. So call him, 260-0066, and visit him online at heirloomjewelers.com.
You know what's making a comeback? Small talk.
Chit-chat, small talk.
Chit-chat. We should consider that. Maybe instead of news talk, how about small talk? 93.1.
Chit-chat, 93, chit-chat, 93.1.
93.1.
Here's the traffic with Scooter.
That, you can't plan a moment like that, and now it's never going away. All right, we'll get to Wall Street. The Dow hit a new high today in advance of the open, crossing the 54,000 barrier, and I think it still may be up that high, but this is the second day in a row with...
It was 53,994 just a little bit ago. Okay.
This is 2 days in a row, up almost 700 points. We'll see if that holds. Brant McDonald will join us this afternoon on Happy Times here on Chit Chat 93.1 FM to explain why that's happening. We will have Wall Street business after this word for small talk.
Do you want to improve your well-being? Ask your doctor about the weather.
Wait, make small talk?
Small talk is not a drug. It's chit-chat among strangers that helps foster a sense of belonging.
The guy behind me at the hardware store introduced me to small talk. So I asked my doctor if he saw the game last night.
Find out if small talk is right for you. Side effects include being ignored when you say, "Hot enough for you?" A conversation lasting longer than 4 hours is not small talk. And if you see a woman who you think is pregnant, never ask, "When's that baby coming?"
Because then you'll have to ask your doctor how to treat a black eye.
Small talk, the casual conversation with serious benefits.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander. Oil prices fell sharply Sunday after President Donald Trump said he would order U.S. forces to hold off on new strikes against Iran, claiming that a deal to end the fighting in the Middle East was near. A coalition of 25 Democratic-led states sued President Donald Trump Monday, arguing President Trump exceeded his authority by imposing sweeping tariffs on goods from 60 U.S. trading partners. The states argue the new duties merely replace the tariffs that were struck down by the U.S. Supreme Court. Canada's second-largest airline, WestJet, has agreed to a tentative agreement with flight attendants to end a strike that led to hundreds of flight cancellations and thousands of stranded passengers. The union representing the flight attendants said Monday that if the deal is ratified, the work that the flight attendants do before flights take off will be recognized. Nissan Motor reported Monday that it returned to profit in the first quarter of the fiscal year, helped by cost-cutting measures and improved sales. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander in Washington.
Hi, I'm Carl Schmidt, naturopath and owner of the Herb Shop Wellness Center at 8161 Vaughan Road. You know, with over 30 years experience in natural wellness, I've seen countless health fads come and go. A few years ago, we added a patented technology that actually activates your stem cells. It reverses the aging process at the cellular level. However, you do need proper hydration and targeted nutrition. At the Herb Shop, our advanced scanning and testing technology allows us to accurately assess your nutritional needs and get a customized plan for you. Come in today and see what the Herb Shop can do for you.
Lots of places can expose you to identity theft, but that's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats to your identity, which is way more than anyone can do on their own. If they find anything suspicious, like new loans or changes in your financial accounts, they'll alert you right away, all through text, phone, email, or the LifeLock app. Get the alerts that can make all the difference. Save up to 30% off your first year with the promo code BECK. LifeLock.com, 800-LifeLock, 1-800-LifeLock, or LifeLock.com. Use the promo code BECK at LifeLock.com.
We get this question all the time.
Do you handle that?
Buying or selling a home?
Yes.
Commercial?
Yes.
Land or investments?
Absolutely. Hannah and Eddie Realty Group. One team.
Every real estate move. 334-322-0662.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. Are you tired of the mainstream media's biased reporting? Do you want to stay informed on the news that really matters to you? Look no further than 1819 News. At 1819 News, we bring you the latest in Alabama news, politics, sports, culture, and more. We've assembled a team of journalists with Alabama values dedicated to the truth and the truth alone. Visit us at 1819news.com today. That's 1819news.com. Subscribe to our newsletter. Honest News, Alabama Values.
All the headlines the mainstream media won't touch. Your News Talk station. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Attention parents, if you're hearing this, you've made it to August. You've survived the snack requests.
I'm hungry.
The endless.
I'm bored.
And hearing approximately 14,000 times a day.
Dad, Mom, what's for dinner?
Stay strong. The school buses are warming up, lunch boxes are emerging from storage, and teachers are standing by. And in just a few short weeks, your children will be once again learning algebra instead of testing your patience. Until then, breathe, hydrate, and hide the good snacks. And remember, help is on the way.
3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Applied Security presents our rocket scientist of the day. Protect your home, family, and business with technologies from Applied Security. Call 279-8338 for a giant leap to a safer world. Here is today's nominee.
I don't have a name. I don't have a specific nominee, but somebody has figured out, and you know it's true because you watch movies, listen to the music that turns up in the background. There's all kinds of stuff that sells billions of copies today, but what movie producers turn to is our music, classic rock.
Yeah.
Spider-Man. It was showing in a theater, and somebody took note that 3 of the 4 trailers for movies in the previews all had a classic rock hit somewhere in the theme.
Okay.
Let's see how many of these you can name.
Looks like the whole neighborhood's lost power.
They're video game characters, but they're stuck in demo mode.
If we can stop the games, we can stop the capital too.
And the 3 movies that were previewed, the end of Oak Street with Ewan McGregor and Anne Hathaway.
Jumanji was in there.
Jumanji was the second.
Rain on Me.
With the Final Countdown and Hunger Games. They're doing another one of those.
Hunger Games, you're right. Yeah.
Sunrise on the Reaping. That's memorable. With Love Reign Over Me from Quadrophenia.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody. Remember Quad?
But you know what you don't get in trailers anymore is voiceover.
Well, that guy died.
He died, but I mean, there were plenty of other people that could take the place, but they just stopped doing the voiceover trailer.
He was the one that started every trailer with "In a World."
In a World, right?
Don LaFontaine.
Yeah.
I'm amazed you remembered the name.
Oh yeah.
But classic rock rules, and it has staying power.
He was he wanted to write ad copy.
Mm-hmm.
And so he was writing his own ad copy, and when he got it back from whoever he sent it off to get done, it was completely wrong the way that he needed it. So he just voiced it himself, took it to the client, said, "This is just temporary. Here's what we've got for you."
Yeah.
The client was like, "No, we really like this." And so then he started doing.
Wasn't he
more of that.
making like an extraordinary amount of money for voiceoving trailers? Like
It was the only thing he ever did in his life. He got picked up from a limo, or picked up at his house in a limo, driven to a studio, worked for,
20 minutes,
not very long to do the reads for whatever was needed, and then the limo took him back home, and he was done for the day.
Yeah.
I want that. I want a job like that. Can you guys send a limo for me every morning?
I say done for the day. It was probably done for the week or more. So
Is the Sprinter okay?
Yeah, nothing says you've made it when you're riding around in a giant bread box. But yeah, sure, that would work. It is 7 minutes after 8. Applied Security is the company to turn to for a number of reasons. One being quality and savings combined, because monthly monitoring with Applied starts under $30 a month. But Mark and Vicky are also local. That's another good reason, because they're a phone call away at 279-8338. They can install systems to monitor home, business, property, whatever your security needs. They're great troubleshooters, too. Perhaps you bought a house that has a security system in it. You're not quite sure how to get that operational, or maybe you'd like to replace it. Whatever the need, They're easy to work with. They've been protecting us here at Blue Water for over 20 years, and they're just two of the nicest people you will do business with in any venue. So reach out, 279-8338 here in the 334 area code. Their Alabama electronic security or permit number is 276. Skipper, what you got at 808?
Well, our sore thumb for the moment is I-85 southbound. This is going to be right past Chantilly Parkway. Got a little slowdown in traffic. Right 2 lanes going to be your best bet. We got a vehicle off in the center between the north and southbound lanes. And we have left lane blockage there. So use caution. Light to mostly moderate traffic and building everywhere else around the area. We'll keep you updated. High school students, Trenton State Community College dual enrollment program lets you earn college credit while you're still in high school. Take the first step towards your college journey. Go to trentomstate.edu for more information. Buckle up, Wendell J. Montgomery, Skywatch Traffic.
Clogged drain? Overflowing septic? Don't panic. Call the experts who've been solving plumbing problems in the river region for more than 50 years. The Tierce family's local Roto-Rooter team specializes in fast drain cleaning, septic repair, and installation. One call and your troubles are on their way down the drain. That's 272-7130 or visit rotorooteralabama.com. Roto-Rooter, always here when you need us.
Roto-Rooter, that's the name. And we throw troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
Rock and Roll Royalty is coming to Montgomery on October 9th. Mike Campbell and the Dirty Knobs take the stage to Montgomery Performing Arts Center. As the legendary lead guitarist and co-songwriter for Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, Mike Campbell helped create some of rock's most unforgettable songs. October 9th at the Montgomery Performing Arts Center. Get your tickets now at Ticketmaster and ImpactOnline.org. Don't miss Mike Campbell and the Dirty Knobs live in Montgomery.
Today is August 4th, U.S. Coast Guard Day. It's a day to celebrate the brave men and women who protect our shores from maritime threats, which these days is pretty much Sharknadoes. Have a safe U.S. Coast Guard Day.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusada, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
It's your 810.
SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason in Washington.
Yes.
President Trump says that war-ending talks with Tehran have resumed. However, Iran is refusing to acknowledge such discussions, insisting that there are no talks taking place. Enduring repeated deadly Russian drone and missile strikes, many of them on civilian targets, Ukraine has been returning fire as it continues to refine and improve its drone technology. The Russian embassy in Rome is blaming Ukraine for a deadly weekend bombing at a Moscow restaurant. It says a Saturday night attack on the Italian eatery killed 5, injured 19 others. Authorities in fire-ravaged Spokane, Washington, are holding an accused arsonist on $1 million bond. 37-year-old man allegedly started one of the 3 fires, has destroyed hundreds of homes, forcing 60,000 people to evacuate. On Wall Street, the Dow futures are up 621 points. More details, srnnews.com.
Are you carrying more than $10,000 in credit card debt? Do you feel like you're running on a financial treadmill, making payment after payment, month after month, yet never getting ahead? If you're tired of watching your hard-earned money disappear into interest charges, there may be options available to help you take back control of your finances. At Total Financial Freedom, they'll show you what qualified consumers may be able to save through programs designed to help them resolve debt faster than making minimum payments alone. The consultation is free, confidential, and comes with absolutely no obligation. Why spend years, sometimes decades, paying thousands in interest when there may be a better path forward? Total Financial Freedom is a Christian-owned company that has helped thousands of Americans pursue financial freedom for nearly 20 years and is proudly A+ rated and accredited by the Better Business Bureau. Call now and ask how you can receive a complimentary copy of The Debt Dietitian. Stop running in place. Start moving toward financial freedom at 866-744-7344. 866-744-7344.
Oh my God, I can't believe how sweaty I am. Look at my armpits. They're like crushed juice boxes. My neck feels like I'm wearing a fur cape. I hate August. I think my hair's dead. Look at it, it's so flat. I should shave my head on July 31st. Maybe I should wear a ball cap. Yeah, that would look great at work. Hey, check out the girl with the flat hair. She's a Cubs fan. Even my shoes are sweaty. Can I call into work hot? Hey, I'm not coming in because I have to stay home and wring out the shirt I wore for 3 minutes this morning. Be there tomorrow unless I drown from the sweat on my upper lip. Do I complain too much? Yeah, well, too bad, because I'm just getting started.
And that was another episode of 1 Minute Inside a Woman's Head.
It's always been one of my favorite juice boxes under the arms. 14 minutes past 8 o'clock, although it's been a nice reprieve. Yesterday was a decent day, even in the afternoon.
Yeah.
I parked in front of the building instead of trying to find shade somewhere.
Yeah, well, we got to 86 was the high, and dew points were in the upper 60s. Today, the numbers are not quite as good, but...
Well, let's hear it.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by Wiley Sanders Truck Lines.
Truckers, listen up. A $2,500 sign-on bonus only at Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. Work for a company that puts God and family first. 855-777-9785. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines.
So today's high temperature up to about 91, and with dew points in the lower 70s, we'll have a heat index maybe 97. So not as pristine as yesterday, but, not as ridiculous as last week. Isolated, widely scattered afternoon and evening storms, perhaps. Good bit of sunshine. Low temperature down to about 72 tonight. Wednesday's high up to about 93. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday up to about 94, with the heat index exceeding 100. So we'll be back to triple digits on the heat index. Lows at night in the low 70s. Mostly sunny days with spotty random, mostly afternoon and evening storms. And little change day by day through Saturday. Right now this morning, dew point is 73. Ouch, that's a little high. It's better than last week, though. Temperature is 76 now, 8:15.
Back to school shopping starts now, and ASC Credit Union has you covered. Our back to school loan helps you pay for supplies, laptops, clothes, and more. Stop by your local ASC branch or apply today at yourasccu.com. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome to August 4th.
Look at chocolate chip cookies. It's National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day.
Made you a platter of chocolate chip cookies.
National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day.
Pardon me, may I have a chocolate chip cookie?
Chocolate chip cookies are sexy.
Smell like chocolate chip cookies.
Yes, I'd like a chocolate chip cookie.
Handing out warm chocolate chip cookies. Smell like chocolate chip cookies.
Fresh chocolate chip cookies.
Happy National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day.
It is showtime, folks.
All right, at the beginning of the show, we brought you a story from South Florida, from Hollywood, Florida.
The Naked Truth.
Yes. There's a steakhouse that's open there in Hollywood that offers naked dining.
Yeah.
It's a membership thing. The staff is clothed, but if you'd like to eat a great steak naked, why not do it at home? You can do that very easily. The ketchup, you can spill ketchup, whatever you want. Rinse it right off.
A great steak naked.
So I posted this story this morning on Facebook and said, what restaurant should introduce naked dining here to the river region? Like that's going to happen.
What'd you get?
I'm just curious to see. We got a lot of response on it. Chris's Hot Dogs is the most recent. See, I think there's a metaphor there. Shannon says Waffle House, but only the one on Southern Boulevard.
Why?
Jack says Golden Corral. There'd be a lot of walking around in a naked, I guess this place, it's a steakhouse, so I guess you take your seat, and unless you use the restroom, and you better be tidy.
Yeah.
You're not going to see a lot of walking around nudity.
Yeah, right.
But at Golden Corral, all those trips to the chocolate fountain, everything else. D says, I just lost my appetite. Lewis says this should be reserved for home use. Robert votes for Big Mike's. Here's another vote for Golden Corral. And then Thino says definitely not Golden Corral. Let's see. Baumhauer's on Wednesday nights. Yeah, look for me naked there tomorrow night. We'll be there. Darren says something. It's actually a title of a parody song we have. I don't look good naked anymore.
And that's why there's a lot of, let's say, older folks in Golden Corral.
Elisa says, I heard you talking about this on the radio. I don't think Montgomery is ready for this.
I don't think.
Well, they said the same thing about Hooters, and I guess that was true because it came and went, along with Twin Peaks and other boob eateries. Peggy just says, gross. Here's another vote for Waffle House, but with no restriction. It could be any Waffle House, not just the one on Southern Boulevard.
Okay.
John says, we have enough problems. Don't start anymore. Oh, I love it. It's just a great cross-section of thought from our listeners.
Well, you wouldn't have concealed weapon problems.
This is true. Said the man who thinks of everything.
I mean, there's still places you could put one.
But yeah, it would be far more, to conduct a mass shooting at a place where everybody is naked. All right, once again, boomers under attack. I'm sick of this. I'm sorry that I was born between 1945 and 1964. What is your problem? I don't think it's our age that they have a problem with. I think it's our beliefs, because it's going to be harder. Oh, dial back over 54 again. But here's the latest attack on boomers. This from our friends at Fox News. We have problems with supermarkets.
What?
They say self-checkout. Now that's total crap. I don't have any trouble with self-checkout. I can check out as quickly as anybody else. So this
I've
is
gotten
BS.
real good at it.
I don't know how they work the technology and the touch screens. You know what I don't like are like kiosks at fast food places. I rarely go to one, but you go to the kiosk and you got this big board and all these different things you want to look at, and you got to find, do I want fries? How do I add the fry? Maybe it's easier for somebody younger.
I haven't ordered from a kiosk.
But in the time it takes to, and I think a lot of them,
Like a fast food place.
they've actually done away with them.
Oh, okay.
Because it takes longer to order from this digital kiosk than it does to tell somebody on the other side of the counter who's working their way through school, I'd like a burger and fries and a Diet Coke.
Well, I mean, that's the point of the kiosk, right? Is to get rid of that person. Mm-hmm. To cut back on having to pay that person.
That's true.
I don't think it's worth it.
I mean, you got to have somebody there flipping the burgers in the back, but to take your order up front?
It also says we prefer classic supermarkets. That's total garbage too. What's a classic supermarket? In a way, Food Outlet is, because it's a grocery store.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you can get motor oil there or not, but it's all about the groceries. Remember when we were kids, grocery stores were about that size, even smaller sometimes.
Oh, sure. Yeah, absolutely.
And when you were a kid, when you were a dopey little kid, you could be amazed at the lady that was working the register and how fast she could hit all those numbers.
She's not even looking at the numbers.
No, it was impressive. It was entertaining. Searching for products, we have a problem with that. We do not like stores moving things around. Now, if you go to the same store once a week for your shop, yeah, if you're used to something being here, and there are stores locally that are notorious for doing that, just to shuffle it up, that is kind of annoying, but that doesn't make me old. Does it?
No.
Thank you for agreeing with me. Digital coupons. The share of people 65 and older who are using smartphone apps is growing, but we still like the physical coupons. No, I don't even use them because I shop at Food Outlet. Neglected shopping carts. Food Outlet just put in a whole new fleet. There's no wobbly wheels. There's no anything. So
do you hate that though when you do grab the one with the broken wheel?
Yeah, but here's the thing. Suppose you're 35 years old and you go to the grocery store and you get the wobbly cart. This makes it sound like, well, I got the cart with the wobbly wheel, but at least I'm only 35. Blow it out your beezer bag, okay? Generic brands. I mean, there are certain name brands.
Well,
Heinz ketchup, got to have that, but I don't care what the mustard came from. Yellow mustard is all the same.
Yeah, so I'm with you. There are certain ones where I buy what I call Joe's. Joe's this, Joe's that. But like mayonnaise, it's got to be for me. It's got to be Hellman's. There are certain ones where I have to have the brand name.
Understaffing. Look, this is just another unnecessary attack. No grocery baggers. I often like to do my own only because I group things a certain way.
Yeah.
I don't want 30 bags that I have to lug out of the car that contain maybe 40 items. So I like to group things. It's easier. I can use my arm and put 8 or 9 bags on it, open the door and get in the house and not have to make 20 trips.
Right.
What's wrong with that, I ask? Convenience food.
Death before 2 trips. Yeah, never.
There's some cool little places in New Orleans. New Orleans is kind of like New York, where they have some bodega. They got some nice grocery stores down there. Rouse's is pretty nice. But they have the little neighborhood grocery store, and I swear, the aisles are very narrow. But you could probably get anything you could get at any other grocery store, and even have a prepared food section. No, this is, this is just, what can we blame the boomers for today, then? All right, now that I've cleared my liver, we could do a stand-up standoff in a few minutes. We got Seinfeld today on Cookie Crisp cereal, and Ryan Hamilton on using health insurance. Well, you can talk about that all day long.
I think I'm going to make a quick little exit here and get me some medicine.
Okay, well, let's get to, I'll tell you what, let me move some things around so you can get on your road to wellness. We'll start out with Scooper in the traffic dungeon. And 1819 is to follow.
Well, we are busy this morning around the area traffic building, and we have an accident on I-85 southbound. This is going to be just past Chantilly Parkway. Got a vehicle off in the center between north and southbound lanes, and left lane blocked. Right lane is going to be your best bet there. It has got traffic slowed down on 85 southbound into Montgomery. Busy everywhere else. No other accidents we're aware of at the moment. We'll keep you updated. Imagine graduating high school with your college degree already in your hand. That's the power of early college at Trenton State Community College. No debt, no delay, just a college degree. Go to TrentonState.edu for more information. Buckle up with the Montgomery Skywatch traffic.
News is brought to you by Adams Motorsports of Montgomery, where your pleasure is their business.
1819 News.
U.S. Senator Tommy Tuberville was in Montgomery this past Monday speaking to the Regional Chamber of Commerce. During that time, Tuberville lamented the rampant crime problem that is still ongoing within the capital city. Tuberville said that the reputation for Montgomery has led to lost opportunities, such as the relocation of Fannie Mae to Birmingham. Tuberville was instrumental in bringing Fannie Mae to the state through President Trump, and he told those at the Chamber of Commerce, including the Montgomery Mayor Stephen Reed, that he could have chosen Montgomery except for the lack of safety, which discouraged those within Fannie Mae from relocating to the city. Tuberville wants to see more economic opportunity come to Montgomery, and he says as the capital of the state of Alabama, it should be number one in this type of economic growth. Tuberville said things are going to change should he become elected as governor of Alabama. I'll be back with more Alabama stories after this.
Brian Dawson here, CEO of 1819 News. I'm also the host of 1819 News, the podcast, and we'd love for you to join us by listening to our weekly show on all the top podcast apps, both in audio and video format. At 1819 News, the podcast, we are in pursuit of a free and flourishing Alabama. Every week, we're having important conversations with guests from across this great state, all with the goal of equipping Alabamians to be in pursuit of a free and flourishing Alabama with us. New episodes are released weekly. I hope you'll join us.
A high-speed chase in Walton County, Florida, resulted in a Montgomery man being stopped by a pit maneuver and then being tased by police. The chase started this past weekend at Santa Rosa Beach during a police traffic stop. The driver has been identified as Leon Carr. He did not stop for police. That's when the chase ensued. He has since been charged with a DUI, as well as fleeing from police and driving with a suspended license. I'm Andrea Price.
For more news affecting Alabamians, go to 1819news.com. And while you're there, subscribe to the daily newsletter.
AdamsMotorsports.com on the web or Adams Motorsports on the Boulevard in Montgomery. That's at Adams Motorsports in Montgomery, where your pleasure is our business. Come by and learn more about the new Suzuki GSX 8R motorcycle and see for yourself the bar has officially been reset.
For many homeowners, there's untapped reserves hiding in plain sight. It's not in the savings account. It's not in the stock market. It's right under your roof. Now more than ever, homeowners are sitting on record levels of home equity, and that equity belongs to you. It can be used to consolidate high-interest credit card debt, to pay expensive school tuition, to cover medical expenses, to invest in renovations, you name it, because that money is yours. This isn't about taking on unnecessary debt. It's about using an asset you already own to improve your financial position and your quality of life. The key is understanding your options and choosing the strategy that fits your goals. Let's see what's possible with the equity in your home. Give us a call at Alabama Home Mortgage today at 334-567-4223 or visit us online at myalabamahomemortgage.com. That's Alabama Home Mortgage, because there is a difference in mortgage companies. NMLS 1586368, Equal Housing Lender.
Trust is the number one reason why a patient chooses a healthcare provider. Adams Drugs has been your trusted healthcare provider since 1962 and has been voted the number one pharmacy in the River region for many years. We strive each and every day to provide you the level of healthcare you have come to expect from Adams Drugs. The employees at Adams Drugs take pride in developing relationships with their patients, from making sure your prescriptions are filled correctly to getting to know you and your family's needs and following up on any questions you may have. Adams Drugs employees deliver top-notch service. We ask you to visit us at any of our locations in Montgomery, Prattville, Wetumpka, Millbrook, and Pine Level Marbury and give us a chance to earn your business. You can find us at adamsdrugs.net for the location that is nearest to you. Adams Drugs is your local, independently owned Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Man, everything costs more these days. Yep. That's why we need people like Rhett Marcus. He cut $1.5 billion in taxes.
Wait, 1.5 billion? That's a big deal. Didn't President Trump and Senator Katie Britt endorse him?
Uh-huh, they sure did.
Sounds like Rhett's the right man for Alabama.
I'll be voting for him on August 11th.
Me too.
I'm Rhett Marcus, the Trump-endorsed candidate for Congress, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Rhett for Alabama.
Today's show is brought to you by Halloween candy displays that are already in stores. Are you kidding me and all the other moms? It's the first week of August. It's back to school time, not Halloween time. And even if we buy a bag, there ain't no way that candy's making it to Halloween.
For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values. Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that isn't bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state, while exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. We get Montgomery talking 24 hours a day. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV.
This is not headline news. Today is National White Wine Day, not to be confused with National Karen Day, which is the day you listen to White's wine. Post Malone appeared on Sesame Street. He moved into the garbage can next to Oscars. A class action lawsuit would pay $200 to anyone who got diarrhea from bad lettuce. Many asked, can we also get a rebate on what we paid for Preparation H cooling gel? And a Minnesota man used a homemade spike strip to keep kids off his lawn. Congratulations, Minnesota man. You've outdone the Florida man stories for today. This is not headline news.
Mr. Electric presents the most electrifying story of the day. For service, installation, and upfront pricing, call Mr. Electric at 334-245-1000. 1566. Here with today's high voltage news, it's Greg Budell.
One of the most electrifying story of the day. We've seen ups and downs in the stock market all year long, but what's unusual about today, the market has opened, the opening bell has rung, and again, the Dow is up 729 points. And I mean, that's always good. If people are investing, that means they're optimistic, and green is always better than red. But the Dow's about to hit 54,000. Think about that. We were talking earlier when the pandemic came along and Dr. Fauci was trying to destroy the country. The market, the Dow was at 25,000, and everybody knew it was going to be rough for a while because everything was shutting down. And eventually it dipped below 19. That's only 6 years ago.
They actually stopped trading.
Yeah, there was
I had never seen that before.
The only other time was 9/11 that I can remember, where they just.
But this stopped because it had dropped a certain amount, and they're just like, okay, we just stop.
I think they have at least on a daily basis, a point where they just stop trading if it drops so much. But that's still only 6 years ago, and now it's roughly 3 times that.
Yeah.
SpaceX, I wonder.
They're supposed to do a report or something today.
Yeah.
Because I think it's been a month.
Let me ask you a question now that Chi-Chi is out of the room.
Oh, yeah.
What's the price of a share of SpaceX stock?
Here's what I found.
Can't you just give me a number that I can look at? I want to see.
I mean, I'm Googling that right now.
119.
119.
And what was it selling for?
I think it started, now it's up, but I think when it started, it was at 150 something.
Yeah. It's down 28%. Don't worry, just hang in there because it always goes up most of the time. Not that we want to, you know the. It takes a special character to be able to deal with that on a day in and day out basis. Our most electrifying story is always brought to you by Mr. Electric, the best electricians on the planet. When you're having something installed, serviced, something, if an appliance starts behaving oddly, the first thing you do is check to make sure that it's not a problem with the unit. It could be something with the wiring. Never let those sit. Anybody that's seen or been a victim of an electrical fire, they're quick and they're devastating. Having the best take care of business for you, absolutely worth it. And I've had Mr. Electric do installations, install outdoor outlets, solve mysteries. They can do anything you need, but these are the best electricians in the business. You can book them for an appointment online at MrElectric.com or call 833-773-8227. That's 833-773-8227.
This Weather Network, brought to you by Montgomery Paint and Body. From little fender benders to total body repair, MPB will fix it good as new, maybe better. For 4 decades, the Turner family has been getting you back on the road. Call 279-7325.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. It's a mostly sunny forecast today. A little more bearable on the humidity and the temperatures. Not great, just better. High today around 92. That's pretty close to normal. Low tonight down to about 72. Each day this week there will be a small chance of some widely scattered random afternoon and evening storms. Some towns get wet, many towns don't. With a high on Wednesday up to about 93. We'll be near 94 Thursday and Friday, and I think the triple-digit heat indices will return late week. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
8:37, lining up our morning maroons, brought to you by J&J Power Sports Outdoors. We don't have a Florida man, we have a Florida woman.
Oh?
Facing a battery charge.
What kind of battery? Energizer? Duracell?
He was, okay. You take Rich's place when you give us that.
It's Pat, he was sick and now I have it.
No, it was a woman who was extremely offended in a St. Petersburg restaurant when they found her having sex in the bathroom.
Oh.
But she assaulted somebody, and that's not good. That's coming up in a few minutes. And as soon as I can access it, we will have our stand-up standoff. I did see for the first time a list of the 57 states that don't have a lotto. We're one, and it's not that many now. We, along with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just had a thing. Oh, Nevada's another state that doesn't have one, but it was on this list, and now I can't find it.
What was it?
The states that don't have any type of lottery.
Oh.
There's
a few.
You know, they point out that, you know, like with Powerball, when they had that one jackpot, I think the biggest was $2.04 billion.
5. There are only 5 states that don't have a lottery.
Yeah. And I was interested. Do you have the other 5? It's us, Nevada.
It's us in Nevada, Utah,
Mormons,
Alaska, and Hawaii.
Problem in Alaska is how do you collect your prize?
Yeah. So, yeah, there's only 5. Alabama, Alaska, Hawaii, Nevada, Utah.
I have not asked Senator Tuberville about that.
I don't think there's anything he can do.
It's a legislative thing.
Yeah.
But it's just crazy to watch the money that walks out of the state. We are educating. When these jackpots get big, you know there's a flood of cars.
Of course.
Crossing the border to buy tickets. So we're spending this money to educate. In Georgia, if you go to any state school, your tuition is free.
Yeah.
That's how you make things more affordable. And yeah, there's always somebody that says, well, because they don't understand basic math. I remember the first time the lotto in Florida got to 100 million. Somebody spent $5,000 to buy tickets, thinking that you divide that into the total and that your chances get that much better. No, it's not. If you have a $100 million jackpot and there are how many million sold, and you buy a second ticket, it's 2 out of 292 million.
Mm-hmm.
Not half that.
No.
They don't understand that mathematic principle. It's still a very
I've doubled my chances.
But the thing is, I
bought 2. I have doubled the chance.
If people understood math, maybe they wouldn't spend as much. And then there's always, well, we can't have people going broke because that's their problem.
By the way, for anybody that's curious about it, there are tons of places online that run online simulations, and you can tell it like how much per week do you want to spend on tickets, and you pick your numbers, and then you hit run, and it will run the numbers for, you can tell it like run it for 20 years and never buying 1 a day or 1 a week or ever how many it is you set it to do, you still are not going to hit the big money on it. You're pulling in like maybe $10 here, $10 there, $5, whatever. But I mean, the odds.
It's fun. Scratch off tickets.
It's absolutely fun because it could happen.
They're a nice card stuffer or stocking stuffer, you know, because it's just fun as long as you're not spending your life savings.
Yeah.
7 times with the Florida lottery, 7 times I had 4 out of 6.
Yeah.
On the lotto, which generally was a 100
3-digit number. Yeah.
No. 4 out of 6.
No. So your prize money was what, like a 3-digit number, like in the hundreds?
About $200.
$200. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I was just, and twice I came within 4 digits of winning the whole thing.
Ooh.
I can even give you the numbers. The winning numbers in this one particular drawing were 12, 13, 19, 20, 36, and 48. I had 12, 19, 20, 33, and 48. That close. When I first looked at the ticket, I thought I won the damn thing. Never did 5 out of 6, though, but very close.
They're showing the Grand Slam that was hit there.
Derek Hill's hold the Phillies. Baseball trading deadline was yesterday, and a lot of players changed hands, but I don't know. I was disappointed with the Yankees, and I think Rich not feeling well today had everything to do with the Braves turning in a weak performance.
Yes.
For the 23 registered baseball fans, I still can't access the
Is it still
standings.
being?
Yeah, we could do it in the last 7. We want to get to our
Yeah,
morning.
I'll get over there and see about it.
All righty, off to the traffic dungeon with Skipper. Who was stupid? You'll find out next.
Well, some good news. They have removed the accident on I-85 southbound, but traffic is still very busy into Montgomery because of that accident. We've got slow-moving traffic all the way up past Taylor Road inbound, and we're busy everywhere else. We will keep you updated. Thompson Tractor, proud to offer the all-new Workhorse Special, the new Cat 255 compact track loader. Take advantage of 0% financing for 36 months, only $75,955. Thompson Tractor off I-85 just past Chantilly Parkway. Buckle up with Jay Montgomery Skywatch traffic.
We get a lot of questions about what all we handle at Hannah and Eddie Realty Group. I'm Hannah Grantham.
And I'm Eddie Bader, and we will handle all of your real estate needs.
We handle all your buying and selling needs, from your first home, next home, land, investment property, and even commercial properties.
We do it all and have the experience that shows you what makes us different.
So when you think real estate, think Hannah and Eddie Realty Group. Look us up on Facebook or give us a call at 334-368-6358. And let us show you who you have on your sign matters.
WAKA, Blue Water Broadcasting, Tyndall Incorporated, and Piggly Wiggly Food for Less invite you to help us stuff the truck on Saturday, August 22nd from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Sturbridge Piggly Wiggly Food for Less. Donate non-perishable food, classroom supplies, or cash to help local students facing food insecurity and support our teachers. Visit WAKA.com for a shopping list and stop by our community resource fair for valuable services and information for River Region families. Together, we can stuff the truck and strengthen our community.
Hi, this is Carl Schmidt, naturopath and owner of the Herb Shop. Listen every Saturday to Winning Wellness and learn from experts in different fields of science and technology how nutritional supplements can help you.
Listen to Winning Wellness every Saturday at 10 a.m.
If it concerns your community, you'll hear about it on News Talk 93.1. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Well, I seen a news program that was saying tanning salons are making a comeback. Shoot, I never stopped frying. And that is why I look like a 5'4" rawhide pig ear. Now, everybody says tanning is bad, but I think that sunscreen is the culprit. I tried sunscreen once. Yep, drank a whole bottle of it. And I didn't feel nothing. Maybe next time I'll try a higher proof, like SPF 50. Okay, y'all, I gotta go. My tanning place has an early bird special where if you get there before 9, they'll rotate you like a rotisserie chicken at no extra charge.
Don't stop is a little reminder that you did something stupid.
Whoop.
For using ChatGPT.
Duh.
Don't stop, baby. Don't stop.
All right, time for our morning room nominees, brought to you by J&J Power Sports Outdoors in Millbrook. We will get to Florida, but we got to start with this guy in Minnesota. When I was a kid, we had a man in our neighborhood. We used to play baseball in the street. We had sewers for bases and a cul-de-sac for the outfield wall. And he was on the right side of the cul-de-sac if you were standing at home plate. And he was a retired postman. He looked like that old guy that played in every show back in the 60s.
That's a little bit before my time.
Oh.
If it's the 60s.
I forgot. I don't have a peer in the studio. He's a long face. Always played the old guy in a lot of sitcoms and stuff. All in the Family, too. Anyway, his name was Mr. Dapkus. And Mr. Dapkus lived to just sit by his front window and catch you stepping on a blade of his grass. Because if you were close, you would see his face suddenly peer around. It was creepy. He was creepy. And
The quintessential get off my lawn kind of guy.
Yeah, and this is a regular Chicago neighborhood. The lawns weren't that big to begin with, and it's not like we were out there pouring gasoline on it, setting it on fire, although that was tempting. Anyway, we found one of these types, a Mr. Dapkus guy in Minnesota, 39 years old. His name is Kyle Steffen, arrested after he put a homemade spike strip into his yard to keep the kids off the grass.
A spike strip?
A spike strip, homemade. A mother called police.
He wanted to hurt him.
Yeah, well, first she wanted to report he was yelling at her kids. And when they showed up, they saw a long piece of thick plastic set in the lawn with about 43-inch screws sticking up from the plastic.
God, that's horrible.
That's a lot of work, too. Officers also noticed tire tracks from bikes in the yard and said it appeared neighborhood kids were riding through the yard as a shortcut to a park. He admitted placing the device to keep kids off the lawn. He's only 39. You're not supposed to be at the get off your lawn till you're like Rich's age. He admitted to placing the device to keep the kids away. The police aren't so sure, saying he seemed frustrated that the device was not effective. Charged with a misdemeanor, could be looking at 180 days in jail or a $1,000 fine if he's convicted. Okay, so that's one story. Now we go to Florida for a woman. A 19-year-old Florida woman facing battery charges. She was caught having sex in the bathroom of the Shiso Crispy restaurant in St. Petersburg around 1 a.m. after employees caught her doing that. As staff guided her towards the exit, her name is Haley Serball. As they were taking her out, she spit directly in the face of General Manager Kalina Conklin.
Oh, wow.
The spit was visible on the victim's face. There were numerous witnesses, an officer reported. She was booked into county jail and released on a $1,000 bond. Court records, though, reveal she has 2 pending felony cases involving auto burglary and accessory to aggravated assault. Now arrested again, she was recently accepted into a pretrial diversion program after a tire slashing incident.
Wow, she's got a list.
She doesn't need a pretrial diversion. She needs some time in the yard. This is what gets me about it. Happens here all the time.
The yard with the spike strips?
That's a good idea. They should make her walk through that yard there barefoot. And one more. This one in scenic Lexington, Kentucky. A woman has been charged after she got frustrated. She was in a line at a KFC and got frustrated. So when she got to the window, she decided to pull out an AR-15.
Good God.
Slight overreaction. Police used KFC security footage to identify her vehicle, then confirmed her identity. And she's been arrested, now facing 1 count of first-degree wanton endangerment. Not just endangerment, but wanton endangerment. So you got a pretty good group here.
It is, and it's a tough call.
that
I
are-
mean, the naked lady was my go-to, but like whipping a gun out at a drive-through just because it was slow.
You know, most of the time, I'm great empathy. The kids that are working the drive-through, it's not the easiest thing in the world.
And they're not, I mean, it's not them. They're just taking your order, and then when they get the food, they give it to the person in the car.
Yeah.
So it's just, I don't know, man. I'm going to give it to the gun drive-through thing.
Yeah. Slightly edging out Mr. Spike Lawn Strip.
I didn't like that either, and I don't like the naked lady getting busted again because I think that's stupid. You especially with her list of crimes, it's like you probably need to be on your
You wonder how people have these incredible rap sheets and why they're even out to do anything. Who is in jail? They must be really, really bad.
What an ultra maroon.
Guilty of embezzlement. You said Jeff and Haley from J&J Power Sports Outdoors are going to come visit us soon, right?
It's later this month. I think it's on the 20th.
Okay.
But yeah.
Remind me because I want to make sure we go to GNS that morning.
Oh, it's a Thursday.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. They're awesome people, and they've got an awesome business in Millbrook that can help you in multiple ways. Now, I mentioned this with Brian Jewelry. I'm mentioning it with them. They sell some great outdoor products like youth ATVs and dirt bikes and so forth. And if you're thinking about gifting one of the kids that, they have a layaway program. So you can get your deal done now, lock in a price, pay for it over time. Christmas comes, the gift is bought, and it's paid for. I mean, it's really a great way to manage your holiday spending. But if you are looking for a mower, they carry the entire Bad Boy product line, all the outdoor equipment. Their inventory is huge. This is why I want to get up there if I wasn't a little bit limited with walking right now. That's not because I'm old, honey. It's because I had a surgery. But I want to see everything they have to offer. But all the Bad Boy mowers and lawn equipment. And here's the other thing. You buy from them, you bring it there for warranty repairs or service to keep your product in top-notch condition. They also offer financing, full-service warranty and repair, and they have a great website, jjpowersportsandoutdoors.com, your go-to Bad Boy dealer, and we'll be looking forward to seeing them back here in the studio towards the end of the month. At 8:54, this will be our final traffic update. Here's Scooper.
Well, we continue to be very busy on 85 southbound into Montgomery. That due to an accident that happened earlier. We are also still busy on the boulevards, especially east and east-south. Still a lot of traffic pouring out of Prattville, Millbrook, Wetumpka. Busy morning. We'll update you if any new accidents happen. Come by Thompson Tractor in Montgomery and check out their incredible selection of used equipment at their used equipment sales center. See the machines and get the big jobs done. Thompson Tractor on I-85 just past Chantilly Parkway. Buckle up, Wendell Trey Montgomery Skywatch traffic.
Welcome to Eclectic Coins, Montgomery's largest coin dealer, specializing in buying and selling investment-grade gold and silver coins. And they have a large selection of rare coins and coins from around the world. Visit them at 543 Northeastern Boulevard or on the web at eclecticcoins.com. Eclectic Coins, where collectors who know go. Tired of spending your weekends fighting weeds, patchy grass, and a mower that never starts? Mosley Lawn Pros is the solution. They handle residential and commercial lawn maintenance, landscaping, cleanups, and property care, so you don't have to. They show up on time, do the job right, and leave your lawn looking sharp every time. Stop stressing over your yard and start loving it. When it comes to your lawn, call the crew your neighbors and local businesses trust. One call, one crew, problem solved. Mosley Lawn Pros, built on hard work, driven by quality. Find them today on Facebook or Google.
Blue Water. I'll tell you what, I use most of the stations, and I've been using it for so long. It's hard to tell with the money you spend on advertising if it does any good. When they come in and say, I heard you on the radio, I know it's Blue Water, and I love Blue Water.
Radio reaches over 90% of everyone in the river region. Shouldn't your ads be out there where your customers are? Call us to find out more. Blue Water Broadcasting. Local folks helping local business.
News and talk without the static. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Well, August here. You think July was hot? July is a punk amateur. I'm the king daddy of summer heat, and I'm ready to turn this mother up. By the time I get through with you, you'll be begging for July. I'm going to scald your hands when you touch the steering wheel, and I'm going to cook your kids' thighs on the playground slide. You'll run up your air conditioning bill trying to deal with me, but nothing's going to help. And check out my buddy the sun and our homeboy humidity. You don't have a chance. I'm August. I'm here, and you're going to fry.
Yeah, we're not worried about you. Not today, anyway. Not too bad. Our stand-up standoff today, this is where we play clips from two different comedians, and I don't know who Ryan Hamilton is, but he's up against Jerry Seinfeld. He's going to go first, and he's talking about using health insurance.
People said a lot of things. People said you're going to get a lot of material out of this. And let me be the first to say, not worth it. I would rather have done many things for the jokes, you know what I mean? I got hauled off and hit by a bus for the ha-has. There were some brighter moments. There was this moment I realized I was going to use my health insurance, and that felt good. I just had this thought, here's where I get mine. I'd be laying in the hospital going, run it up. I mean, how often in life do you get to blow right by your deductible? And on January 1, how about that?
If you want to hear more of Brian Hamilton, he's got a Netflix special.
Oh, okay.
And now Jerry Seinfeld on Cookie Crisp cereal. It is National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day, and I love Seinfeld.
Okay, parents for some reason had no idea or no interest that there's no food in any of this. And it was great until the Cookie Crisp people came along and blew the lid off of the whole rack. It's always somebody pushes a good thing just a little too far. Cookie Crisp. If you don't know what this is a cereal. It's not like cookies. It is cookies. This is your breakfast. A bowl of chocolate chip cookie. This cereal should have been called To Hell with Everything. Ice cream for lunch, cake for dinner, bacon and cigarettes in between. That's a Cookie Crisp total health plan.
That sounds like me. Bacon and cigarettes in between,
in between.
A bowl of cookies soaking in milk, which I think is an awesome idea. Well, we hope Uncle Chi-Chi feels better.
Yeah, we do.
Market's still up, but the rally has cooled just a little bit. Brett McDonald with us at 5:15 this afternoon from Waverly Advisors, 387-0094 if you want to consult on your financial future. And this afternoon, the one and only, the great Warhawk himself, Master Thespian, will be talking about, among other things, the new Spider-Man movie and that piece we played on Classic Rock in the movie trailers. This is no joke. Classic Rock is always, maybe because the producers of these things are a little older and they remember the songs. I don't know, but that'll be part of it this afternoon as well. Alabama Unfiltered next, Joey at noon, and I'll see you at 3 after Joey.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet